Hello everyone, hello. Let's get the desktop audio turned down slightly. Hey, Ender Guy Gaming, welcome to the stream. So we're going to start a stream world. I have my experimentation world, but stream world. We are going to turn allowed cheats on just because basically if I do have to fix anything, it feels... Did your depression has been cured? The reason I haven't streamed for a couple of days is just because I had a dental appointment. I had a manual pick out of one of my teeth with a manual pick. Was not pleasant. But yeah, we are going to be streaming a little bit of Stoneblock. I'm going to be heading into Stoneblock. It's a little bit more of a kitchen sink style quest mode mod pack than an actual full-on quest mode mod pack. It's a lot gentler than staged mode in modern Skyblock 3, that's for sure. So, Stoneblock is an interesting little design on a mod pack. Basically, it takes the idea of the Skyblock, the floating in the sky, doing everything up in the sky mod pack, and it flips it over on top of its head and says, right, instead of being in the sky, you're going to be buried underground. So, it's less about getting materials together for crafting, for building a place to live on, and more about getting materials together for what you want to make. It's actually quite, in a way, kind of quite nice that it's kind of focused more on, like, if you want to make something, you're going to have to gather the materials for it. So, let's see. We've got this. The one thing I would say is this Better Questing quest book is not massively well lithium dust. Some of the rewards you can get from those books from this book are extremely good. Like, we're talking, like, you can get end game tools from it and things. But it's being a little bit stingy with me. But one thing I would say, it needs more programming because it doesn't actually detect when you have created something. Draconium infused obsidian. What can I use that for? I can use that to make dislocators, painted cobblestone, and covers. Ah, it's such an end game material. It's such an end game material. It requires obsidian, blaze powder, and draconium to make, but it's completely useless. Oh, that's just my luck that it's an end game material but completely useless. So we need 4 more pebbles, which we're not getting at the moment for some reason. So what I'm going to be... Game. Give me a pebble. There we go. Taking its time. What we're going to be sort of focusing on to start with is just getting the area set up and built. As you can imagine, they've given us a lot of fresh sort of twists on crafting recipes because, well, they had to. We do have vein miner installed as well, but stone is actually excluded from the vein miner list. You can't vein mine a stone for kind of obvious reasons, in that, like, if you look at the world around you, the idea that you might be able to vein mine stone, I think that would cause more problems for most players than it would solve. Because you can get 3x3 and 5x5 mining tools, so mining out areas isn't that hard, and because it's more of a kitchen sink quest mode mod pack than an actual quest mode mod pack, the recipes aren't changed much. So with a little bit of obsidian, a couple of ender pearls, some iron and some gold, which isn't actually that difficult to get hold of, we'll actually be able to set ourselves up with a builder, an auto miner. So we'll be able to dig out large areas very quickly and easily. And we won't do what the YouTuber that I like watching play Minecraft, Mr. Gaming on Caffeine, did, which is mine out half his base because he pointed the builder in the wrong direction. Pointed the builder in the wrong direction, activated it, and mined half his base away. We're not going to be doing that. Because we know how to use the tools. Throwing the shade there. Yeah, how is people's days today? What have people been up to at the moment? Me, a couple of days ago, I had a dental appointment where one of my teeth had to be manually picked because of where the issue was. So I couldn't have a tooth drilled out. I had to have it manually picked out. And as much as people hate the dentist drill, I tell you this: if you had a tooth manually picked out, you'd like the dental drill. The dental drill is so much nicer than having your teeth manually picked out. Hey, Emerald World, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just playing a bit of Stoneblock. Just getting set up right at the beginning here. It shouldn't take particularly long because this is a reasonably gentle one. I wanted to... The guy I've been watching play Stoneblock, guy called Gaming on Caffeine, he came up with this very interesting idea of basically in this Stoneblock, because it is not a really hardcore questing pack or something like that, he wants to try and do things a little bit differently, like the things that he always does. Like, he always uses one particular source of power. He always uses one particular kind of storage. He wanted to sort of break away from and try some new stuff. Hey, Freckle! Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Freckle? And I kind of fully agree with that. And I think I'm going to be doing the same thing. I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at the different items we have available. And looking at it and thinking kind of like, okay, so what have I used before and what haven't I used before? Went too far. And deciding on kind of like picking out a few things that I've never done before, or a few things that I've very rarely used before. For instance, in my last mod pack, I used industrial foregoing power, and I used nuclear craft power, and I used, in the end, environmental tech power. So I think, power-wise, I'm not going to use industrial foregoing. I'm not going to use nuclear craft, which I can't because it's not in the pack. And I'm not going to use environmental tech for power in this mod pack. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for other ways to get my power. Now, what I was thinking was we have the energized sheep mod, and I've never done energized sheep. Doing good, but it's 3 AM, so I'm going to bed. Okie dokie, Freckles. Thank you very much for popping in. I'm going to be streaming this for a long time, so it's very possible that you'll be back around once you wake up in the morning, if you are still interested in viewing some Minecraft. But I'm thinking of like energized sheep generators, because I've never used energized sheep. I know they're highly inefficient. Hope Mojang adds official mod API. Where's the modding API? By now, like, any modding API that Mojang could add has been superseded by like the modding API packs that modders themselves have created. Like, official modding APIs are... It's funny that Minecraft has survived and still does survive and still makes sales based upon basically the modding community. Like, the only reason Minecraft survived as long as it did, and I'm 100% sure of this, the only reason Minecraft survived as long as it did, and still survives to this day, is because of the modding community. Without mods, you'd have that hardcore collection of people who love Minecraft and play it all the time, just like you do with every single game. Like, every game has this like hardcore group of people who play it and speedrun it and go back and play it again and again and again. But without mods, I don't think a majority of the community would exist. But mods have gotten on just fine without a modding API, so I don't think they would be inclined to put the effort into making a modding API. Not anymore. I think it's a little bit too far gone in a way. So, quest-wise, we've got Make Dirt, which we've done. And again, these things are second lithium dust. Okay, just to put this in perspective, the first time I played around this mod pack, when I was just testing things out and seeing if I enjoyed the mod pack, and just getting things ready in the other world you saw, I got a tier 3 growth crystal, which, just to give you an example of what a tier 3 growth crystal is, this is a tier 3 growth crystal. It requires 5 end crystals, 2 bot potions of swiftness, 4 nether pearls, and a whole bunch of sea lanterns and extra potions of swiftness. I got one of these for free, and so far it's given me 2 lithium dust. Game is trolling. Game is trolling very, very hard. It also gave me some other nice things as well, but that was one of like the major ones. Oh my freaking god! 3 lithium dust in a row. I play all sorts of versions of Minecraft Emerald. It depends on what I am enjoying Minecraft-wise. Right now I'm enjoying this mod pack, which is 1.12. I've been enjoying a lot of the 1.12 mod packs as of late. But I've also loaded up a 1.7 mod pack quite recently, and a 1.10 mod pack quite recently. I am very much a mod pack player rather than a vanilla player. I have played some vanilla, but as far as vanilla goes, I don't have anything against vanilla. There's nothing wrong with vanilla, but I just don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy the mod packs. Genuinely, I was playing this not as a stream, just testing out the mod pack and getting things ready, and I got tier 3 growth crystals, I got Invar hammers, I got oh god, some ridiculous stuff that I can't even remember. I got so much good stuff I can't even remember all the good stuff I got. And I said to one of the Discords, the Gaming on Caffeine Discord, I said, I'm going to stream it, and I'm not going to get this. Like, I'm going to get trash. And, yep, what happens? I stream and get trash, of course. Oh, I got a diamond furnace as well. I got a diamond furnace, and a diamond furnace is... To get a diamond furnace, you need a gold furnace, so you need 8 diamonds, 8 gold, 8 iron. And I got one of those from a loot box as well. Hey, Boom Biffy! You still adore the slime? I still adore the slime. I need to go back and play a little bit of Slime Rancher at some point. I need to go back and play a little bit more Slime Rancher at some point. So, this is an extra high-low based pack. So, we've got crooks and we've got silkworms. So, and we've got sieves. So, there is going to be sieving, unfortunately. I'm going to try and keep sieving on stream to a minimum. Which means I'm going to be dependent slightly more on a mob farm. So we're going to set up a nice chunky mob farm as soon as we can, really. But I'm kind of hoping I'll get lucky. So there's the four of each sapling. I do love the idea of just like getting saplings out of crooking dirt. It gives the crook another use. Diamond furnace! Diamond furnace! Suck it, game! You can be as cruel as you want, but you gave me a diamond furnace. Ha ha ha! Suck it, game! Yes, I'm insane. But the diamond furnace is really useful for several reasons. The diamond furnace can take stacks of fuel. That's one of the big important things, is the diamond furnace can take multiple stacks of fuel and multiple stacks to smelt. Multiple stacks in, multiple stacks out. Which allows you to do a lot more stuff with the diamond furnace. Silly slimy droid. Yes, silly slimy droid is much cute. Very adorable. Very adorable slimy droid. So what we're going to do is we're going to use stone for pretty much as we can, really. Because stone is, as you can imagine, not only really easy to get, but the game actually encourages you to make a cobblestone generator quite soon. Which is quite funny that, like, you're in the middle of this place and it encourages you to make a cobblestone generator. But in the end, it actually makes sense just because of the sheer amount of cobblestone you need. The amount of cobblestone you end up needing when you are playing this mod pack. Because, like, cobblestone is actually a source of fuel, because you can turn it into cobblestone crafting benches which have a burn time, which I think is just mind-blowingly funny. But it's also a source of building material, it's a source of crafting material, and it is the base source of everything. Welcome to the background of Doing Chores Droid. Hey! With a voice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing, Wither? Today's the day of chores for a lot of people. Which is strange, because like I know several people who are at work today, but I also know at least 4 people who are doing their chores right now. So, who knows? People are strange. Why would you do chores? Don't do chores. Chores are bad. Play games! Currently making a game. Is this advertising? No, that's not advertising, Boone. What kind of game are you making at the moment? And to be fair, dude, if you came on my channel to advertise, you're kind of advertising in the wrong place, because, like, I have you and 2 other people watching. So it would be a pretty sort of weak attempt at advertising. So we need to get string. That's one of our big things, as well as some more wood. So let's pop these down and let's grow them quick. So what kind of game are you making at the moment? Are we talking video game? Are we talking tabletop game? Are we talking card game? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That should make that reasonably quick. And the other thing we want to do is we want to make some sticks, and we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you in the center. Nope. We need to do that. So we make wooden casing. We then need to make 4 chests. And I think the 4 chests actually finishes off a... Ah, dang it! I shouldn't have used up my wood. I didn't remember that I needed to keep the wood for a quest, and it doesn't auto-detect. Small crate, there we go. So if we pop the small crate in there, we now have access to a whole bunch of storage in the small crate, where we can throw basically everything we don't want on us. Now, one thing this does have is this does have inventory tweaks. Well, it's like a game making a game. It's like a game making a game. I'm confused. We're going to make a compressed hammer because we can do compressed stone. And we can compress stone really easily just with Shift K. And this will allow us to grind up stone nice and quick. It's like a game making a game. So are we talking about something like the RPG Maker thing? So we're going to keep probably 11 stacks of compressed, or 10 stacks of compressed gravel for now, because we're going to need to sieve it. And then we'll grind down stuff into... Actually, I tell you what, let's keep a stack of gravel. Or as close to a stack of gravel as we can get. And then we'll keep a stack of dirt, and then we'll grind down what remains. That gives us 6 dirt to grind down. And then we can keep some sand, and we can grind down some of it into dust. Because we're going to need to do the whole ex nihilo sequence. Another crook. Now the stone crooks actually have more durability, so they're worth. It's worth using stone crooks. So they actually, as far as I can tell, have quite a bit more durability than their compatriots in the wood variety. And stone, reasonably easy to get hold of. Let's vein mine this down. I'm assuming, as it's a game making a game, it's something like the JRPG Maker style thing. So, we should have enough logs now to grab another loot chest, which is great. We've got the string. We can do a little loot chest opening bonanza. We haven't got storage on us, so it's going to want us to make more storage, but that's fine because I need chests anyway. And we're going to get into tinkers. Now, one thing I have noticed is that some people just kind of they get access to Tinkers and they don't use it in any way, shape, or form. They just kind of leave Tinkers sitting there, kind of very vestigial and unused. And I don't understand that, because Tinkers is ridiculously overpowered. Even early game with just using things like Flint and things like that. Like basic Tinkers is surprisingly like hefty as far as mod packs go. As far as mods, where did all my patterns go? In there. As far as mods go, like, it's not a shallow tool mod at all. Ah, we need a stencil table. Did I not make a stencil table? I didn't. Fine, we can make a stencil table reasonably easily. And grab that. So, when making games, make Tetris. It's the best game. Yes, Tetris is an excellent game to make. I fully agree. So let's... why have I made... Ah, because I made two tool stations. That's why. Dang it. One of these tool stations can go in here to be burnt up. So, the design-wise, it goes stencil table, pattern chest, part builder, part chest, tool station. And that way, what you have is you have all of them up here. But more importantly is you have them properly linked to each other. So now that they're properly linked to each other, what we can do is we can actually stack these into here and get all the ones we want and all the ones we need for the early game. Probably going to go with the crossguard. I normally don't go with rapiers because they've got such low damage. Hollow Knight is an extremely good game. I normally don't go with rapiers because they've got such low damage, but in this mod pack, a lot of the mobs come armored. Giant compact chance cubes. Well, I'm going to have to open those then. Magical upgrades. Draconic cores. That's very useful. So what can we do early game with Draconic cores? Early game with Draconic cores, we can make a Draconic generator. That's pretty easy to make. We could make a mob grinder. A Draconic mob grinder. Wow. Okay. I could make a dislocation receptacle, but that's not greatly useful. Fluid gate's not massively useful. Fusion crafting core's not great. You wish you could play Minecraft? Why can't you play Minecraft? We could go... So all of this stuff is a little bit kind of beyond us. We could, however, make a stabilized mob spawner with a broken mob spawner. Interesting. Chance cubes are for alternate dimensions. Yes and no. Like, I certainly understand and to a large extent agree with your point, but at the same time, it's chance cubes, and I could get cool stuff like right now. I don't need to go to another dimension. I could just you know, just open a chance cube. Would it be that bad? Would it be that bad to open chance cubes? Am I a fool? Am I a fool for wanting chance cubey goodness in my life? Yes, the answer to that question is yes. I'm a fool for wanting chance cubey goodness in my life. It is a very foolish thing to want, is chance cubey goodness in your life. Hey, Nathan Proctor, welcome to the stream. How you doing, dude? A dimensional storage. That's quite clever. Normally I'll open them in just like hunting dimension or mining dimension or basically anywhere where I've got a portal. Even, and this is one of the things a lot of people don't know. The nuke that drops on you occasionally when you open giant compact chance cubes, the nuke is actually an entity. So if you get the nuke effect and you jump through a portal to a different dimension, the nuke disappears because entities unload. The nuke is actually like a dropping entity. So because it's an active dropping entity, if you unload the dimension that it's in, it destroys the chunk. It destroys the nuke, so it won't go off. for additional chance to break out of containment. Yay! So one of the things you should always do is set them off close to a portal so that you can jump back through the portal and kind of negate the nuke effect. And it's surprising like how many people I've talked to who don't realise that that's a thing. Don't realise that actually, yeah, you can defend yourself from nuke. So while that is processing into water, I'm going to head off north to start my mob farm. So we're going to head in this direction to start the mob farm, and I'm using a hammer because the hammers are actually pretty cheap. And until I get flint on the go, the hammer is actually probably far more efficient. Until I get a 3x3 hammer or a flint pick. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Some of the, like the 16, the giant chance cubes in this one aren't as bad as they are in a lot of packs, because the giant chance cube, it actually contains a lot of really good stuff. As my Minecraft Christian server. Well, God turned up and told me that Minecraft wasn't Christian, so I'm not allowed to play Minecraft anymore. But then I realised I'm not Christian, I'm pagan, so... or technically polytheist agnostic, so... I decided I wasn't going to listen to him. 1, 2, 3... 4... Let's go and check on the water. Oh, let's pop torches down in the corners first. Just to make sure we don't get mobs exploring our base. As with all of these like confined space ones, there's so little space for stuff to spawn that it's a really bad idea to let mobs start spawning, because they will spawn very quickly. I ruined the joke. Oh no! Oh no, I ruined his joke, everybody. Quick, someone punish me. Punish me good. Oh baby, punish me. So, one thing interesting is that these have a third, a leaf block has a third of the burn time of a block of wood. So one thing you can do, because wooden shears are so dang cheap, they're literally just 5 sticks. What you can do is you can actually shear leaves and put, especially if you've got a diamond furnace from a loot box early game, you can actually use leaves at... How on earth did they get infested? Weird. That was a fresh grown tree. I'm wondering where the infested leaves were hiding. Do infested leaves have a burn time? Infested leaves don't have a burn time. Oh, son of a beach. Son of a beach. Friends are playing Minecraft Vanilla. Friend and I set up a server for them at this place because the server was expensive and bad. Hey, Winky Face. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see another small streamer about. I'm not going to be sort of doing follows and things mid-stream, but... one second, let me pop over onto Twitch and I will open up your channel and just have a little look at your channel after stream. Oh, winky face, not with a voice. And I will have a look around your channel after stream. See what you like. Ooh, you were playing Rust recently. I am not much of a Rust player myself. I don't enjoy Rust much as a game, but nothing against it, just not really my cup of tea. It's really frustrating that these can't be used as fuel, because a little bit of a waste of time, but that's fine. We're waiting for water to condense anyway. Let's grab 4 leaves from in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I had 4 leaves on me anyway, so I don't know why I did that. Le Boquite. Let's grab you. 1 and 4 more leaves and we'll have an infinite water source done, and we won't have to worry about doing this with leaves ever again. One thing I did like when I was playing the mod pack Forever Stranded Lost Souls was the fact that water was actually a thing you needed to gather, because Forever Stranded Lost Souls is based in the Nether, so you can't have an infinite water source. Infinite water sources don't exist because you're in the Nether. Tip jar HKFX thing I'm really pleased with. Nice, dude. Yeah, I'll have a look. Tip jars are something that really curious because of the variation I've seen in them. I think my favourite tip jar I've ever seen was on a guy who had a kind of piratey themed, almost like a piratey themed channel, and his tip jar was a treasure chest, and I was like, that's really cool. Okie dokie, Nathan, thanks very much for popping in. No likes, because people don't really watch the stream, dude. Hey, Green Ninja, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Green Ninja? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you are doing good as well. Let's throw down 5 more trees, just to keep things growing. And you're not finished yet, so while that's waiting up, we're going to go and do a little bit of mining. Hey, Tar, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Tar? We're playing a little bit of Stoneblock. I'm playing it in a way as a kind of relaxation base off my sort of previous stream, because my previous Minecraft was 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and then we do another 4. My previous one was staged mode in Modern Skyblock 3, and staged mode in Modern Skyblock 3, when you get to the end. I like your skin. Thank you. Hello. 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 It's a shameless, like, bit of self-promo, my skin, because basically my skin is just my YouTube character's face. Which is a shameless bit of self-promotion, but what you gonna do? I need another one of you, because we're not bothering with pics. Made an animated background and stuff to see if I could. It was a struggle to get constant quality rather than... Yes! Shameless self-promotion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm building out my starter mob spawner, and one of the things I don't have access to is, at the moment, because I'm not going straight for sitting there and sieving for 20 minutes like I normally would, I'm not going to go straight for a open room mob spawner, because an open room mob spawner won't serve me very well for what I want. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be doing a two-sided corridor spawner. Now, a corridor spawner is an interesting little design that's used very often in Skyblocks, and Stoneblock is based off the principle of a Skyblock underground. But because you're underground, corridor spawners are actually really, really easy to build, and really easy to build quite large, which I'm going to be showing off. Because actually, what you need to be effective as a corridor spawner is very, very simple. So, what we're going to need for a corridor spawner to be effective is we're going to need, basically, to mine out one more layer up here, and then do a little bit of mining off to the side. And then, we're just going to need some slabs. And we can make slabs nice and easy. We've got plenty of stone. And we're going to make a whole bunch of slabs. And we're going to make a really very big... If your YouTube avatar was your face cam would be shameless self-promo. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. At least I don't play on a server with lots of other YouTubers and name a bunch of stuff subscribed to my channel and put it in their bases. Cough, mumbo jumbo, cough, mumbo jumbo. You sound like a proper instructor. When I know what I'm doing, Tar, so basically, right, we've got this here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mine out the top block set here. Well, actually, the next thing we're going to do is we're probably going to go and make ourselves another hammer. And an unlimited water source. Loop, loop. And now that we've got our unlimited water source, we're going to grab our dust. And we're going to make ourselves some clay. And we're going to make ourselves some grout, and we're going to set the grout cooking, because we might as well get that on the go early. Now, I'm probably going to go down the actually additions route early game. I am familiar with the Drawfee channel. I like Drawfee. Drawfee, my favourite thing Drawfee have ever done is their terrible Japanese RPG. Terrible Japanese RPG. Was it Steve? Or what was the name of the main character in their terrible Japanese RPG? Who's got his dog with a kitchen knife taped to its face as his summon. The Drawfee guys are great. Extremely entertaining. Very well worth the watch. So there is 48 to start with. We'll probably make more of that later, but we can throw that in there to start cooking. And we need to make ourselves another hammer. We'll make ourselves 2. Chris. Ah, yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to mine out this around here. And then we're going to mine up from here. So we're going to mine 2 blocks up above this block. So we can go 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. And we're going to do this all the way around the outside here. Oop. Hopefully not destroying blocks that we actually need to keep intact. But we can always replace them with cobblestone. Likelihood is this whole place is going to get ripped down to make a bigger, better spawner anyway. And the reason we want to go 2 up is because we want this to be 3 tall. Because we want to spawn endermen. Because a lot of our mid-game machinery is going to be dependent on ender pearls. So on the inside edge, we're going to start with a bunch of these. On the inside edge, we're going to start with putting these around here. And this is our interior corridor spawner. Almost in exactly the same place. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side, going outwards. And that's going to be our exterior. We're in a Magellan biome. Nice. And we're going to do exactly the same thing on the outside. So we're going to have 2 layers of corridor spawner. That's going to give us a lot of spawning space. And it's also going to allow us to rack up player kill drops like trophies and skulls. Dang it. Going to allow us to rack up things like player kill items like trophies and skulls. And also going to allow us to rack up experience easily without having to worry about an experience collector. So we can do exactly the same thing going around the other way. And this is going to make a pretty big killing area. Hey, Romaret, welcome to the stream. How you doing, dude? Just doing a little bit of setup. Like, this isn't my normal streaming time, but at the same time, I'm just doing a little bit of setup on Stoneblock. And sort of, Stoneblock is one of those things where there's going to be a decent chunk of me just faffing around on it. So I thought, you know what, I might as well get some stream going. Emergency farm call. See you later, droid. Okie dokie, Romaret. Best of luck to the farm calls. Try not to, you know, get crushed by a cow or anything. Romaret, for those who don't know, is a veterinarian. And a skilled one at that. So, fingers crossed. Have to go shopping later. Ooh, shopping. Well, so here's a question with a voice. Because I've asked this to, like, I'm one of those sad people who gets interested in the minutiae of other people's lives. A lot of my friends are single supermarket shoppers. And they adjust kind of what they buy based on what is on sale in the supermarket, in their supermarket, right? So here's my question. Are you a single supermarket shopper? Do you shop in one supermarket and kind of adjust what you buy based upon what is in that supermarket cheap? Or are you, like me, a mass multi-supermarket shopper, buying stuff in lots of different supermarkets based upon like what price they are? I mean, part of it is just the mechanics of kind of like, basically, do you live somewhere where there are enough supermarkets to get away with it? Dang you. Dang misplacements. Dang you misplacements. My mouse is dying slightly, which is why I keep misplacing blocks, like... What on earth are you doing that, droid? That's not where those go. Freak. There we go. So now we have a double-sided corridor spawner. Now, because I have only just started this world up, it's not going to be super efficient. Because basically we don't have enough local difficulty level. The local difficulty level isn't high enough to make it super efficient. But hopefully we'll get a decent number of spawns. Yeah, the self-service is often one of the things that I think is kind of something I look for very much so in a thing like that. Is I look to see kind of like, is the self-service going to be quick and easy and convenient, or is it going to be a pain in the backside? So we've got enough to make a sieve. Now, one thing I would say for this is we're probably actually going to want to make a whole bunch of sieves, because in this mod pack, although they've kind of toned down how useful early game sieving is with string mesh, you can actually kind of sieve a bunch of sieves simultaneously. How does the farm work if you place torches? Okay, so the way light works in Minecraft Tar is that as long as there is a slab between you and the open block, so as long as the block is half blocked by a vanilla slab, so a cobblestone slab, a stone slab, and a wooden slab, a brick slab, as long as it's blocked by a vanilla slab, light is not allowed to pass through because it counts as an opaque block. So all of these areas in here are spawnable. So there's a creeper straight away. Because the slab is here, the creeper can't see me, so the creeper will never explode. So I'm immune from creeper explosions because the creeper can't see me. The only time the creeper will be able to see me is if I knock him down one of these corridors and he gets to kind of peek at me around the corner. Ooh, a void charm saves you from falling into the void. That's actually kind of useful because there is a void on this map. More useful in Skyblocks, but there is a void. And we got an iron horse armor. Now, we can smelt that down in a smeltery when we get our smelter going. And we're going to need to increase our torch percentage in here just to make sure that we don't get spawns. There we go. All the torches! Yeah, I'm not great at the whole interacting with the peoples thing either. Ooh, plums and pears. Lovely. Some stuff I can just eat nice and early. So I'm going to smash these up and we're going to get some more sand so we can make some more grout. Some more sand, some more gravel, some more grout. I mean, one of the big advantages is, unlike in a Skyblock where we would be immediately looking to go to a cobble generator system, like we don't have to worry too much about that because we are in a deep underground stone biome. Hey, Boon Biffy! Slime Droid is very cute. Slime Droid is adorable. Just remember never to question Slime Droid, because Slime Droid is bae. So we're just going to throw down the sieves for now in this corner, and we're going to give them all string mesh, because that's all we've got at the moment. And Shift K on the bottom left gravel, and that will give us 25 gravel blocks. Excellent. And we can make these into sand. Evil slime puddle? He's not an evil slime puddle overlord. He cares for human beings, that's why he enslaves them. You have to enslave human beings if you want to care for them, because if you don't enslave them before you care for them, like, how are you going to make sure they're safe? How are you going to keep your human beings safe if you don't enslave them? Just think about it. Like, human beings have such a propensity for self-destruction. How on earth are you going to manage to keep all those human beings safe if you don't enslave them first? Just saying. And now, if you have a look at over here, look at all these mobs we've got in here now. Now, I do need a better weapon, because I don't actually have a decent weapon. So, speaking of needing a better weapon, let's go and make a decent weapon. So, over in our part builder, we can throw the sword blade in. We'll need some flint, which we can make in here. Flint isn't the best weapon blade in the game, by a long shot. But it is good enough that we can just use it to make a very early game sword. And we can always upgrade our sword later on. And the reason I go with the rapier, even though the rapier is the lowest damage, it's a very high attack speed. Very high attack speed. But the reason I go for it is because in this game, or in this mod, like, this guy's got 16 armor. Like, 16 armor is ridiculous. I'd only ever be doing 1 heart of damage to him anyway. But thanks to the rapier, I basically ignore the armor. Like, the armor doesn't exist for me, thanks to the rapier. You'll see that it doesn't really matter how much armor they have. I can just smash my way through it. Whereas, without the... without the rapier, although you would do more damage per swing, you'd do a lot less damage against armored targets. So, where are our... We've got a creeper. Let's take a creeper. XP and part replacement to both of this. You can just one-shot people in PvP. You can't one-shot people in PvP, because that's one of the reasons why rapiers do so little damage. But if someone is wearing extremely powerful armor, you will do a lot more damage to them with a rapier than you would with a normal sword. One of the things you have to bear into account that the rapiers only negate armor. They don't negate damage reduction. So something like dragon armor, or something that gives resistance, things like that, they're not going to negate that. But they will negate a lot of stuff. They will negate a lot of the bits and pieces. So these have a burn time of 300, and these have a burn time of 300. So always do this first. There we go. The other thing we could do is we could turn stone in, but we've turned all of our stone into stuff like gravel. So let's have a look where we are quest-wise. Yeah. Again, just a slight tweak. And you can see that my mob farm, if you look in the top right corner, you can see my mob farm already has another 4 mobs in it. So the corridor farm early game is very much, in my opinion, very much worth it because it's physically safe. You're not going to get attacked while you're using it. And as well as being physically safe, it's very, very effective as a place to just farm mobs. Epic bacon, that's nice. That's a nice, easy source of food early game. That's dealt with a lot of the food problems early game. And some black lotuses. So once we get into Britannia, that's going to be nice and easy. So, one of you, one of you, one of you. Now it wants us to make 2 of these, unfortunately. 2 of you, 1 of you, 1 of you. Wants us to make 16 normal bricks. Now, this is one of the things I don't like about this particular quest, is that I actually like making my smeltery very different to the way they want you to make the smeltery. They want you to make the smeltery a very specific way. Hey, Dragonscar, welcome to stream. Hey, Roshan. And Riox, welcome, welcome, welcome. They want you to make the smeltery a very specific way. They want you to have 1 smeltery drain, 1 seared tank, etc., etc., etc. I much prefer having a whole bunch of seared gauges, which uses up a lot of glass, but glass is reasonably cheap and easy to get hold of. And what we can do actually is we can use a little bit of this to get some flint and make a flint mesh. 2, 3, 4, and we can make a flint mesh. And what we'll actually do is we'll probably make 2 flint mesh, to be fair. Even though this is not the most efficient way to get flint. 1, 2, 3, 4, and string. Make ourselves another flint mesh. Now, because of the fact that we've got compressum enhance in this, we can actually do 2 or we can actually do up to 25 sieves at once, so we can do a whole bunch of sieves simultaneously. Now, what I'm going to do is go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bye, Roshin. Thank you very much for popping into the stream. I hope you enjoyed what you watched. Hope you enjoyed the part of the stream that you were here for. Have you done chickens in this pack? I haven't done chickens in this pack, but I have done chickens. You're talking about the chickens and the hatcheries mod. And I've done both those. Look at that mob farm. So, just to give you a perspective, our local difficulty is currently at 1.5. Like, look at how many mobs we have in our mob farm. Look at how many mobs we have in our mob farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. With 1.5 difficulty. The corridor farm is just so efficient compared with a lot of mob farms. It's sometimes really, really difficult just to get enough mobs in a lot of mod packs like this. And the corridor farm just lets you just churn out all the mobs so easily. Let's get ourselves some more charcoal, because we're going to need more torches. And if you ever want to turn it off, all you have to do is reach through the little slot and put torches down inside. So you just have to put torches inside the mob farm. It's very easy to turn on and off. Maybe expand the farm then? Do I really need to? Like, whenever I go back there, there's going to be things for me to kill. Whenever I head back there, there's going to be more than enough stuff for me to kill. Let's grab some torches. Now, in a little bit, what we're going to have to do is get into sieving, which is one of the unfortunate necessary evils of Ex Nihilo. It's one of the reasons why I preferred 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why I preferred Sky Resources to Ex Nihilo is Ex Nihilo requires you to sieve things, and I'm not a big fan of sieving. To be frank, to be David, to be Alison, and several other people as well. I'm not a massive fan of the Ex Nihilo sieving mechanics. They're there. They're not the worst thing in the world, but... And I loved the Ex Nihilo sieving mechanics when Ex Nihilo first came out. That's the problem. That's the problem for me. Is like, I've played Ex Nihilo so much. I can hear a witch, which is actually a nice source of gunpowder for us. Lots and lots of creepers. Lots and lots of creepers. Which is slightly dangerous because there is a very, very small chance that a creeper will spot you. Or will get triggered by another mob. Because sometimes other mobs can trigger creepers. Ooh, potion. What are you? Instant healing potion. Nice. So we've actually got a full inventory. Because I haven't finished making my thing. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. The broadsword. Yeah, the broadsword has AoE. But it also doesn't have armor piercing, and a lot of those mobs, like the creepers, don't. The creepers don't wear armor, but if you look here, this guy's got 18 armor. Bear in mind that these things are providing me with 6, so he's wearing the equivalent of bronze level armor. So actually killing him with a normal sword, he will take 1 damage at a time from a normal sword. And that can actually get kind of frustrating. Like, he takes basically 0 damage from a normal sword. See what we got bag-wise. Ooh, swapping wand. Nice. Empty map is pretty useful. Cyclic building scepter. Use the mouse wheel sneaking while rotating. And 2 more void charms, some iridium shards, and an illumination wand. Okay. Lots and lots of stuff, but not stuff that's going to be super useful early game. So, what I want to do now is I want to get a couple of these, and a couple of these, and I want to make myself some crucibles. Luckily, that adds those in, so we want 14 clay in here, and we want 14 bone meal, so there we go. And we can make this. Now we can make ourselves crucibles. Excellente. And crucibles, once cooked up, will give us a source of lava. Now, the question is, does a flint stiffened mesh give us... No, a flint stiffened mesh does not give us access to Yellorium. However, a flint stiffened mesh does give us access to iron. Skullfire Sword from a loot chest. It's super OP though. Yes, Skullfire Sword is extremely OP. How did you get the Diamond Furnace? I got it from a loot box, Tar. So you can get in loot boxes a whole wide range of things. Not the loot bags, the loot boxes from the quest mod. So these boxes up here, which I actually have one more to claim. You can get a whole bunch of stuff in them. Some of it is overpowered, some of it is underpowered. So for instance, the Chronic Infused Obsidian is, while very end game as an item, actually kind of useless. But I got a Diamond Furnace from it, which is a very nice grab early game. All it is a little bit of fuel efficiency and a little bit of convenience, but it is a nice grab early game. Now, one thing a lot of people don't know is that with the smeltery, you can actually use anything, any of the storage windows, so gauges, tanks, or glass. Sorry, gauges, tanks, or windows to store fluid. So you don't actually need a tank, although lots of people think you need a tank to actually have a smeltery running. You don't. You can use any of the things. So we've got some metals ready. How do I make snad in this one? Snad is different recipes in many things. Snad is just 2 sand. Okay, so I'm going to actually get some snad and actually have my cactus growing. That's not a cactus droid. That's a cactus. Well done. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab these two and put them on top of torches. And give them some Kublai, which we have up here. Because we don't have the ability to get Yellorium yet. Because we need iron to get Yellorium. And yeah, I suppose we could just make a very simple bone sword, because we actually have enough bone now to make a bone sword. It's a bone sword. Wow, we don't have enough bone to make a bone sword. 1 second, let me go and kill a skeleton. Skelly Bobs. That is YouTube chat, Dragon Scar. So I am streaming on both YouTube and +1 HP. Or is that just 1 durability left? I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. And the chat you are seeing popping up on the screen that is not popping up on Twitch is from YouTube. If I grab one of you, we can grab a little bit of wood and make ourselves a sweeping blade. A blade with a sweeping edge. So we can have the 2 different attacks. Armor piercing and sweeping. So this blade hits an AoE. The other one is not so effective at hitting an AoE. But it's great at armor piercing. So we can then decide kind of, is this an armored enemy or is this just an enemy that needs poking to death? 600 to 1,200. So according to this mod pack logic, a furnace would melt cobblestone, but a freaking torch will melt it into lava, which needs 600 plus Celsius. By the way, 600 to 1,200. Yeah, logic is not necessarily the strong point of Minecraft mod packs. So you watch this. If I hit this guy, he takes 1 damage a sweep, and we have to wait for it to recharge. But what we can do with this one is it recharges so fast, we can just... we can spam him down super quickly, because even though he's armoured, he's vulnerable to the armour piercing effect. Having 2 weapons as well, when we've got ecological on them, is not a bad idea, because we can actually use the ecological to slowly repair them over time. So, where are we quest-wise? We want to turn in our flint stiffen mesh quickly. Not standing on the cactus while we do it, hopefully. Detect. Claim. Wish me luck for a good reward. Whole stack of diamonds, maybe? A compressed nether star block. Okay, this changes things. Magical snow globe. An entire world contained in a small globe. Perhaps our universe is not so different. Okay, weird. So we can have a beacon. We could go for a nether star generator, but that would burn up nether stars. What could we go with? We would go with... I'm just trying to think, like, what would I do with my nether stars? I don't need a slime cube. I don't need a player interface. Don't need a maim trap. Don't need a monolith of spawning. Kind of tempted by an unbreakable builder's wand. If only there was an unbreakable digger's wand. An immolation blade. That's interesting. 4 buckets of lava and I could make myself an immolation blade. A blazing immolation blade. 4 blaze rods. Okay. Don't have the reinforced obsidian to do that. And of course, with 4 of them and some essence, I could make myself nether star seeds. Hey, EJ Gaming and Adventures, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? So while we're waiting for that lava to melt, I'm just going to go and farm some more mobs. Not having much luck with Enderman, I will say that. We got a potato. That's actually useful because we can start setting up a farm. So what we can do is we can actually go through, say, this wall here, and we can start setting up a farm for our home. Minecraft, yes, yes indeed. So, 1, 2, 3, this is where we're going to start it. I like to have the 3 gap because it'll allow me to do a little bit of additional carving later on. We're just going to dig this area out. We're going to throw down a couple of torches and we're going to turn this into a basic farm. Just a little bit of farm. Nothing major, nothing massive. We can sieve some dirt to get some additional seeds, so we can actually start growing a whole bunch of different foods and materials. One thing I'll be interested in growing is sugarcane, because sugarcane gives us access to things like vector plates. And because we want to grow sugarcane, I'm probably going to put a higher ceiling on this than I normally would. Because right now, early game, when I haven't got a lot of decent mining equipment, I usually just go with the 2 highs, unless I'm doing something like a mob spawner. But I will put an extra height on the ceiling. So that we can fill in this area. Get a little bit more height, grow a little bit more sugarcane. We should have plenty of dirt. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. There's just 4 people watching. Correct! There are 4 people watching. Well done. You can read a count. I'm much impressed. Very impressed with math skill. Plus the people on Twitch. Exactly. And to be honest, it doesn't matter how many people are watching. I'm playing this game for me. I'm not playing this game to get 5 million viewers. Because that's stupid. Like, if you're on YouTube trying to get as many viewers as you possibly can, good luck. Unless you are already a big YouTuber, or unless you are very, very lucky, you're going to struggle. It's also not my usual streaming time. My usual streaming time is, like, in 5 hours' time. And I haven't streamed for a few days just because I've been sorting out some bits and pieces. So there's all sorts of reasons why there aren't many people watching. When did I get an iron bucket? I don't remember getting an iron bucket. Ooh, around the cactus. And we'll grab our dirt out of here. Hey, Dragon Scar, welcome to the stream and the SSD. Please try to process as much data as you can while you're here. Hey, Wendy Norman, welcome to the stream and the CPU. Please try to remember as much as you can while you're here. I got those the wrong way around. CPU is for processing. SSD is for remembering. The cactus grew to 3 blocks. It did indeed. And we're going to make a second snad. Like so. And we're actually going to take out these. And put the snad in here. And snad in here. Now we're going to put cactus on one of it and sugarcane on the other one. And we can make ourselves a very, very cheap mattock. So, stone axe head, stone shovel head, and a wooden stick, because a stone stick is absolutely worthless. If you use a stone stick, you only get 2 durability. 6 durability. Hey, True Salty Frog 13, welcome to the stream and the CPU. Please try to process as much data as you can while you're here. Hey, Bakasura, welcome to the stream. So, let's mattock this up. And then we can plant our spood. Spood. Grow spood. Spood grow. I have no idea where I got a metal bucket from. But apparently I got a metal bucket from somewhere. You're coming home from school. Cool. Make a cheap stone pickaxe. We can start adding basically XP to our pickaxe with some minor stuff. It's slower than a flint pickaxe, or slower than a vanilla mine pickaxe, but it'll do for now. And then what we can do is throw the... Actually, there are quests to complete. Detect. Yep, I'm doing Stoneblock. Was that GLaDOS saying it's hard to overstate my satisfaction? That was indeed GLaDOS saying it's hard to overstate my satisfaction. I chose that as my subscriber sound because it's very hard to overstate my satisfaction when I get new subscribers. It's an extremely satisfying feeling to know that someone has watched a little bit of the channel and thought, you know what, I want to see a little bit more of this. Truly satisfying. Now, we did get one big advantage from our mob farm, which is we got an iron horse armor. Now, it's not a massive advantage because it's not like 500 iron, but it is, I think, 5 iron ingots. If we stick it in the smeltery, 4 iron ingots if we stick it in the smeltery. So that's 4 iron ingots worth of iron right there, plus another 10. We don't have anything else we can melt down. We need to crush the diamond sword. Do your shopping. Okie dokie with the voice. Thank you very much for popping into the stream. Thank you very much for enjoying a bit of stream with us. Big advantage. Iron horse. Wait, what? There you are. Literally no drops. Iron Horse Armor DLC confirmed. Exactly! All the Horse Armor DLCs. Best thing in the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little bit of this dirt and we're just going to do a quick sieve. Hey, Lev Malin, welcome to the stream and the CPU. Please process as much data as you can while you're here. So I'm just going to sieve some of this, grab some seeds. Figuratively, some drops. Exactly. Going to grab some seeds out of this. We're sieving on a flint stiffened mesh, so we should get some seeds. Yeah, we're getting a decent number of seeds. And then we will set up our farm with the seeds we're getting. So we've got sugarcane seeds. We've got beet, potato, rice, canola, coffee. Got pumpkin and melon, which will pop down over here and here. And then quick trick if you don't want to sort of jump up and down. That works just as well for doing what you need to do. And then we've just got some random bits of stone. So that's not too bad. But what we're after is we're after iron stiffened mesh. The reason we're after iron stiffened mesh, iron to make iron stiffened mesh specifically, is a lot of stuff we can't get until we get to iron stiffened. So you can see that at flint stiffened we get iron, copper, tin, aluminium, lead, osmium, flint and coal. Once we get up to iron, we also add lapis, diamond and emerald. And once we get up to diamond, we add grains of infinity. Grains of infinity, useful, but not the end of the world. However, getting lapis and getting very, very specifically diamond and yellorium. Yellorium is the other thing that we really, really want. We really hope to get hold of as much yellorium as possible, because yellorium is a great source of lava. Until we get like mid to late game. Grains of infinity is a pain to get. Yeah, grains of infinity are a bit of a pain to get. It's not that bad once you set up a little bit of automation, but you need to get ender pearls to set up automation. And I'm having very bad luck spawning enderman at the moment. Very bad luck spawning enderman at the moment. So, quest-wise, where are we at? It wants us to make obsidian to get to the nether. That's going to be reasonably easy. It wants us to make floral fertilizer, which means making grass. So we need to make a large dirt platform or large dirt area. You can't seem to get rid of the enderman. Yeah, I can see that being... I can see that, yeah. So... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I'm miscounting this terribly. Grains of Infinity are basically gems in Monster Hunter. Sort of? What Grains of Infinity are, Bakasura, is Grains of Infinity are the basis for Ender.io machinery. And what you would normally do is you would normally set fire to bedrock. The problem is, bedrock doesn't exist in this mod pack. At least not in the overworld. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20. Yeah, you have to get up to diamond stiffen to 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to get up to diamond stiffen mesh to even have a chance of getting them. And even once you get up to diamond stiffen mesh, it's a case of, well, they've got a 1% chance to drop, so good luck with that. Let's get you in there. Is there any way I can speed this up? I suppose I could see if I could get a flint head for my pickaxe. That's why you did chickens. Yeah, like once you get to the point of doing chickens, it's a lot easier because you can get things like infinity grain chickens. Okie dokie tar, thank you very much for popping in. I hope you enjoyed the stream that you watched, and I hope you enjoy your Overwatch. Who's your main before you leave? Who do you main on Overwatch? Who is your bay? Your Salt Bay. Hashtag Salt Bay! Okay, so we had got enough flint there. Let's just upgrade to a flint pickaxe. Its mining speed is better. So, pickaxe and stone, upgrade. Actually, yeah, it's got a faster mining speed. Block of iron, so we can get an iron stiffened mesh, which will make it much easier to get things and allow us to get Enderman! Enderman, 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 you're gonna fucking die. Ender Pearl! Yes! You've got 19 armor, so I'm actually just gonna use my armor killer. Yeah, that's roughly kind of equivalent then. Hey, Quintin, welcome to the stream. How you doing, dude? So we got our first ender pearl. How many ender pearl do we need for it to understand that we've done a mob farm? 4 ender pearls. Ay, 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 ay. So let's make ourselves 2 iron stiffened meshes. Now, I don't think string stiffened meshes have any use once you have... So, with string stiffened mesh, you can get ender lily seeds from compressed end gravel. Compressed soul sand. Compressed sand in a string mesh gives you more ores than sand does. Compressed gravel is the same. Compressed dirt is the same. Yeah, I don't think it gives you anything, any special chances of getting anything. So we can actually just swap out our string meshes. Luckily, these can be automated. Luckily, the shards can be automated. Do I still have my clay bucket? Where? Like, I swear... Oh, I have my clay bucket on me, which is good. I swear I didn't make an iron bucket. I swear I didn't make an iron bucket. So, lava, water, glass, and Kuble. No? Do they have to be matching buckets? They have to be matching buckets. Fine. Dang it! Let's put you in here to melt. No, not the lava bucket, you. And that will get me up to another... Got a heavy water cow. What the heck is that? I swear the fluid cows are so random. Heavy water is from one of the sort of nuclear equivalency mods. Can't remember exactly which one it is. But basically it's used in a chain of power source generation. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, some of the fluid cows are a tad peculiar, shall we say. Four, and we'll just get more torches. Once I get some more bits and pieces done, I will be using feral flare lanterns rather than torches, or at least for the most part using feral flare lanterns, which will make this far, far easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heavy water is one of the things that Germany was creating during World War II when they were trying to catch up with the American nuclear program. So heavy water is actually a stage of developing radioactive isotopes. We're just going to dig this area out. This is going to be our farm. This is going to be our... not our farm, this is going to be our animal area. And hopefully we'll get some energized sheep, and I can actually do an energized sheep as a power source. So I just like the idea of energized sheep as power sources. Yes, H2O2. We're also sort of edging towards the idea of heading to the Nether soon as well. I'm not going to be doing a lot of exploring in the Nether or a lot of fighting in the Nether. The Nether is a good place to find Enderman, though. Yes, heavy water is an actual thing and not just some nonsense a mod pack maker thought up. Round and round and round we go, where we stop nobody knows. Very interesting way of mining, Droid. All the way up until you broke your pick. Like a twit. But yeah, heavy water is an actual thing. Also the punchline of a chemistry joke. There are many punchlines to a chemistry joke. Willie was a chemist's son, now Willie is no more, for what Willie thought was H2O was H2SO4. Two chemists walk into a bar. One of them orders H2O. The other one says, I'll have H2O too, please. And the bartender gives them both water, because A, the bartender is not a scientist, and B, the bartender is not stupid. It's my favourite end to that particular joke, Becca. Unless you have the Sweeping Edge enchantment, the area of effect on attacks is not brilliant. Lots and lots of skeletons. Not many Endermen. And another skeleton. Only 5 armor, so no point in using our armor sword. And another skeleton. Crikey. Although 7 armor is the point where we're starting to be able to kill faster with our armor breaker. Stop dodging around, you little... All skeletons! That was... Every single one of those was a skeleton. Huh. Emerald apple. Nice. Unlock blocked villager trades with Red X or cures zombie villagers. Nice. I like the whole kind of like, he's not stupid, why would he think the guy was asking for a poisonous substance? It's like, yeah, like, if you asked a bartender for H2O2, they wouldn't give you H2O2, because A, they don't sell it, and B, that would be silly. It would be very silly for them to give you H2O2. One of my friends, RSC Jester, who plays 7 Days to Die, was asking people to suggest things he could do to play, to do sort of like videos, challenges and things. I suggested he do a barehanded challenge, which, for those people who don't know 7 Days to Die, a barehanded 7 Days to Die challenge is basically the equivalent of like doing the entire of Minecraft through to the end with just your bare hands without using tools. It's like, yeah, good luck with that, dude. Hey, he asked for challenges, so I gave him a challenge. It's not my fault if he didn't like my challenge. Wahahaha. Evil droid. Evil droid. That's going to get us some Kublai. Just ticking along. I think that might actually be a quest. Basic storage drawer. Yes. In reality, it wasn't actually in the real world so much that rapiers themselves were anti-armor. Rapiers came about in the era when armor started to become less used. And the main reason for that was that, not necessarily that rapiers themselves are excellent at defeating armor, but just that if you are a armor wearer, you are much, much slower. So you tend to be vulnerable to things like firearms. Much more so firearms than something like a rapier. A rapier can penetrate armor with stabbing attacks, but you're much more vulnerable to things like crossbows and firearms. And armor, like heavy armor, plate armor, things like that, died off around the start of the firearm period. But once people started to wear less and less armor because of crossbows and firearms, having a big giant sword, like 6-foot long sword with massive, great big weight to it, which you swung and then it took you ages to get it back up again, that wasn't actually effective as a fighting technique anymore because people weren't wearing armor, so people were much faster. You didn't need these big heavy swords. So rapiers came about much more as a function of the fact that armor had already become less useful and less used. How much do I need for lava-infused stone? Hardened stone requires... Actually... Can I make lava-infused stone? Because this would be a really easy way to make... This would be a really easy way to make obsidian. Because we only need to use water. So we need a bucket of lava. And then we need a lot less lava if we're going to be using lava-infused stone to make obsidian. We're still going to need lava for our crucible and things like that. But hey, Tobias. Obsidian from water. Nice. So what I will probably do is take 2 buckets of water around here. Makes rapiers a useful choice. It does indeed. It was one of the problems with Tinkers is that the rapier, even though it had a very high attack speed, just wasn't very useful early game in Tinkers. So the adding of the fact that it's now a... Now, admittedly, we now need to break this, and I don't have anything that can break it yet, but that is a nice, easy way of making obsidian. Lots and lots and lots of endless skeletons. I suppose that is, however, a very easy way of setting up a portal. Where are you? There you are, another skeleton. It's a very, very easy way of setting up a portal. If I wanted to set up an end portal, I could just take my lava-infused stone with me and some buckets of water, and I could set up an end portal. Where would I want to set up my end portal? Probably like just off from the mob farm, so probably like here. At least for now. So if I was to do, say, it's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Hey, Kabuli, welcome to the stream. Fiore. It's less about the sword. Ah, yes. I think Minecraft's kind of pegged a pretty useful rapier design, or pretty useful, or at least Tinkers has pegged a pretty useful rapier. I'm actually really enjoying this way of building a nether portal. This kind of like, you can build your nether portal as a kind of instrument of water. As a kind of element of water. This is actually, I'm quite enjoying this as a... I wouldn't mind if this was how nether portals were built, actually. Now, as to mining the netherrack that we produce using this, probably going to go with like a breaker, because we've got block breakers from open blocks, which do need diamond picks. We can make one with an iron pick from random things. Now that can break obsidian. That is capable of breaking obsidian. Think a bit around the corners? No, this'll work just fine. Just let me grab some flint and I'll show you. It's pretty basic, really. Like the portals are very, very simple. I do need to make some more stone though. Some more gravel so that I can make some more flint, because I'm actually out of flint. There we go. Let's put the cobble away in our cobble drawer for now. And we don't have a hammer. Do we have a hammer? We don't have a hammer. So I can't hammer in the mornings or hammer in the evenings. I must have used up my hammer, but that's okay. We can very easily replace the hammer. We actually put you away as well. Around the corner thinking how you build a portal. Ah, yeah, I get what you mean now. Yeah, I like to think solutions. I like to think of solutions rather than problems. And I like sort of like going about things differently. The fact that we have lava-infused stone makes things really interesting. Like, lava-infused stone is awesome. Hey, Gale B. Grobe, welcome to the stream and the CPU. Please try to process as much data as you can while you're here. So one thing I want to do while I'm in the nether is to look for Enderman. Because those 4 end pearls that we need, really hard to get hold of, even from a decent mob farm. Now, we don't have the best mob farm in the world. We still have a manual mob farm. Let's turn that off so it's not horrendously ugly. So the other thing we can do is we can grab a whole bunch of nether quartz, which will be useful in tinkers and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Now, I'm going to go into RF tools and I'm going to go into actually additions quite early on. Both of them are very useful early game things. We'll come back for you later, chickens. Actually additions and RF tools, both very early, very useful early game. Hey, Blukey the Ghost, welcome to the stream. How you doing, dude? How you diddling, Blukey? Have you seen Chara? I haven't seen Chara for ages. Is she still okay? If anyone would know, I would assume Blukey would. Unfortunately, this is all we can collect for now. What's up? We're just kind of entering into the start of the nether, getting a few things together. I wonder, can I make nether quartz picks in this? I can make nether quartz picks in this. Nice. And nether quartz tinkers... No, that's nether quartz natura tools. You only survived the nuke command because you're in a bunker. Nice. Is there any soul sand around me? Because soul sand could be quite useful. can't see any soul sand nearby immediately. There's some draconium there. Ah, there's soul sand down here. So what we'll do is we will sort our pick out and we'll come back and gather some soul sand. It depends on what mod packs you've got in Blukey. In this mod pack we've got Natura and we've got Quartz or Quark. Quark I think allows us to make... let's see which one it is. It is Applied Energistics and Actually Additions both allow us to make quartz picks. So one thing we can do as well is we've got plenty of glowstone now, so we can actually start our campaign of getting rid of torches. So what we want is the Feral Flare Lantern. This guy, we should have... We don't have gold or glass, so we can't. Just had a stone square with a neat little piston door. The rest of the house was 5 blocks underground. Nice! I can see that being an extremely effective way of dealing with people dropping bombs if you're on a multiplayer server where people do drop bombs. I'm not the kind of person who enjoys multiplayer servers where you've got that sort of stuff going on. Kind of like people dropping bombs on houses and things is not really my cup of tea. Let's just get some flint along with some other stuff. Because we've got iron stiffened meshes, it's not going to be too difficult. It'll get us some lapis, which will allow us possibly to enter into the start of a storage system. Refined storage, or not refined storage, RF tools storage scanner. Modded Minecraft is way funnier than normal Minecraft. Modded Minecraft can be really weird. The old witchery mod in 1.7, so the old witchery mod in 1.7 used to allow you to do all sorts of horrible things to other players. And I remember I used to hate playing on servers that had the witchery mod installed, because the number of times, like, you'd just be in the middle of a fight with a wither. Like, you'd have just spawned a wither and you'd be fighting a wither, and someone would cast the witchery curse that stole all your armor from you. Guy who did the nuke got all the privileges revoked. Yeah. It's one of the things Feed the Beast have done with the whole claimed chunks. So now, if you're on Feed the Beast and you're on claimed chunks, in the config you can set claimed chunks to be griefer free or grief protected. And basically what that means is that explosions set off by other players can't affect your claimed chunks. So basically you can actually make your base immune to things like even things as powerful as nukes. You can make your base basically immediately immune to them just by claiming the chunks using FTB utilities. A lot of servers run FTB utilities now. Now, claimed chunks also sometimes, depending on the config, allow you to force load chunks of your base. And a lot of servers end up with ridiculous amounts of chunks loaded beyond what should be. But yeah, if someone's going around a server dropping nukes, then I should hope they get their privileges revoked. I don't want to eat it, I want to use it. Permanent health upgrade, craftable or found in... Oh, you do eat it to get a permanent health upgrade. No? I'm confused. I'm not sure whether that should have been a permanent health upgrade or not. Ah, well... So, grab some flint. Let's repair our flint pick. Wrong table. And what we'll also do is we will make ourselves some sharpening kits from flint. Ah, and also, actually, we can take one of our diamonds. They're sort of rare to get hold of at the moment, but we can take a diamond and throw it on here, and that will actually up our mining level. Wow. I used ore spawn and a bunch of mods, including witchery, and is in the middle of a fight hardened boss. Boom was cursed. Ouch, Blukey. Ouch. Yeah. The whole, like, having really nice stuff and then getting cursed in the middle of a fight with a boss. Oh, that sort of stuff, when people do that to other players, it really, like, actually, funnily enough, when people do it to me as a player, it doesn't tend to bother me that much because it's like, okay, well, as long as I can get my stuff back. I can't harvest Ardite with my pick. Can I harvest Cobalt? I can't harvest Cobalt with my pick either. That's a disappointment. I would have thought the diamond would have allowed me to. But obviously I need to give it a sharpening kit of a slightly higher level. But hopefully, we come down here. And we've got a little bit over a stack there. Let's grab a bit more. A few stacks of soul sand. That will give us access to a few items from Exnahilo. So things like gas tiers, which are normally reasonably hard to get hold of. We can just grab them from Exnahilo sieving. Now what I'd really love to see is I would really love to see Enderman. So far, all I have seen is Pigman. Ooh, free chicken. Chicken. Nom 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 nom. Chicken. All I have seen so far is Pigman. No Bendyman. What is it with my lack of Benderman? I died from the boss. The guy who's cursed me ran in, killed the boss, took the items from the boss, and took my loot. Well, that was just intentional griefing then. That wasn't him like playing a prank. That was just him being a douchebag. Which, unfortunately, on public servers happens quite a lot. It's one of the reasons why when I'm on a public server, I'm always an extremely nice person. I was on... it wasn't a public server, it was a YouTuber server. I was on a YouTuber server for a guy called Grumpy Brit. And one of the things I did was I made everyone a white multi-storage ender chest so that people could trade items without having to go backwards and forwards to people's bases. And I just handed out white ender chests to everyone. Oh. Now, can we mine obsidian? Don't think we can mine obsidian yet. Now, what we can do if we want to mine obsidian, we can grab obsidian and water and put them in here, and that will make us obsidian. And then we can actually make a pickaxe head cast. Using stone. And some gold. Why do I have an emerald apple on me? Now I do need 2 gold to do it. And I don't have 2 gold yet. So it looks like I'm going to be sieving for gold. What is the most common place to get gold? I'm going to guess it's in a diamond sieve. 15, 10. 10. 10. Yeah, I don't think it matters what I'm sieving. It's always going to be 10%. Yeah, 10%. But it looks like it's only 10% from sand and dust, not from gravel. I eventually got my loot back and he had to give me some of his because he dropped an item that he wanted, so yeah. People are weird. There are I think those are Endermen spawning in my farm because they are in an area that's lit. Enderman? Enderman! So evolved Endermen can spawn in areas that are well lit. Magma slimy dirt. Interesting. Slimy but lets you jump higher. Peculiar, peculiar. So 2 gold, that's going to be plenty. 4 gold pieces, so 2 gold ingots is going to be plenty. I'll smelt you up in there, and while I'm waiting for that to smelt up, I'll go and kill these guys. Well, you have 17 armor. And now you're dead. You have 0 armor, so you're going to get the sword. You have 2 armor, you can have the sword. You have 0 armor, so you can get the sword. You have 11, so you're going to get the rapier. The separate movement abilities of the different weapons are quite useful as well. Like, the basic broadsword just has a block, but the rapier and the longsword, the rapier has a dodge backwards, so you can actually move like surprisingly quickly just by kind of spam clicking the dodge backwards. And the longsword has a forward jump, both of which are surprisingly useful at times. So let's pop you in there and pour you out. And while we are waiting for that to solidify, we can open a few of these. Another emerald apple. Chisel and bits bag is useful. Builder's wand is actually interesting. We got another set of bronze leggings, which we might be able to melt down into bronze. An automatic torch. Torches the darkness while in your inventory. Right click to toggle it on. Huh. I don't want it on because I need dark areas. Inventory cake! Oh my god, I got inventory cake. Inventory cake is amazing. So inventory cake upgrades your inventory. So we now have this as well. Inventory cake has given me a second inventory. That's awesome. Can we melt the bronze? Yes, we can melt the bronze into bronze. Nice. See, this is why, like, general public servers aren't for me. I don't tend to play on general open public servers just because you get people like that. You get people who are going to act like absolute jerks. So mining speed is 5.5, mining level is diamond. Mining level goes up to cobalt, speed goes up by 2, attack damage goes up. We get a little bit less durability, but not much. I think well worth it. So, let's see, what do we want to carry with us? That's the question. What do we want to carry with us? Building scepter. The torture, maybe. We don't care about the filth cans. We can take a void charm with us. Health potion. We'll take a health potion with us. Diamond shield we'll take with us just in case. Bucket. Shears. Just things that would be generally useful. And those can go in my extended inventory. Along with the tools and things that I might need at some point. Now let's cook up our apples. Play on a private one where it's just my friends and a couple of others. See, that's like private ones or just like friendly YouTuber ones, like Patreon ones. Like, tend to be quite nice and relaxed. A block of bronze. Nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop through here. I'm going to continue looking to see if I can get those last 2 ender pearls so that I can get that quest done. I kind of want to get the quest done before I use the ender pearls, but I also kind of want to use the ender pearls, and what I probably should do is set a waypoint here because I'm going to be exploring for enderman. There is /home in this mod pack, the FTB /home command, but I don't really like using /home. It seems very overpowered to me. Once I get like mass teleportation, or once I craft my own ability to teleport, I don't have such a problem with it. But when it is basically being used as an early earlier than it should be source of teleportation, things like that. I don't really like the whole FTB/home thing. I think it makes it too easy to correct issues, correct mistakes. You're going to make a mistake, own it. Take your punishment like a man. Now, of course, I have my limits. When I was playing SevTech and was in the Between Lands before the Between Lands actually respected spawn location, whenever you died, you got put at the Between Lands world spawn. Oh, I was more than happy to cheat in that situation. The inventory upgrade cake, I'm very much a fan of. And the fact that that came out of a loot bag means I don't have to craft one. You can craft them, but they require cake and pumpkin pie and diamond and emerald and all sorts of other additional doodads. What on earth is... Ah, that's the glowstone there, I think. It is the... weird colour on the map. Yeah, it was the glowstone that was weird colour on the map. Lots and lots of piggies, no endermans. Decent amount of other bits and pieces, though. Ah, there you are. Gotcha! No ghast here, but we did get a blue slime sapling. Ooh! And I almost threw it off a cliff into lava. Do not do that, droid. Do not throw the nice thing that you got out of a loot bag into lava, you stupid boy. Come on, Enderman. The last time I went into the Nether on this mod pack, while I was just doing some tests, seeing how it would record and things, I had like 20 Endermen swarming my Nether portal. And now, nada. Typical, isn't it? Oh, up. The one time I'm desperate to fight Enderman so that I can complete the blinking mob farm quest. Ah, well. I will actually set up a proper mob farm. Now that we've got access to things... The reason I haven't set up a mob farm yet is I wanted to use metal in making my mob farm. And I didn't want to waste your time with me sitting and sieving. But we don't have many people watching, and I'm sure you guys don't mind me doing a little bit of sit and sieve. Rather than run around aimlessly exploring dangerous place. Actually, no, you guys probably want me to run around aimlessly exploring a dangerous place. But I'm not going to, so screw you. Oh shiz, 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 oh shiz. Ah, dang it. Burnt to death. Because I didn't have any food on me. Teach me to go into the Nether without food, eh? Should have taken food with you, droid. Should have taken food. I took food, didn't I? I had cooked apples on me, didn't I? I just forgot that I had cooked apples on me. Let's take epic bacon. My own fault for being silly. Hopefully there is a grave marker on this. Dang it! I was hoping to beat. I was hoping to beat Gaming on Caffeine, who managed to complete, who managed to do several hours without dying. But alas, I'm not going to beat Gaming on Caffeine and his several hours without dying. Really should just remember to carry Epic Bacon with me wherever I go. Epic Bacon is literally a lifesaver at times. Yes, there is a gravestone mod, it's just there is a guy sitting on my gravestone. Bring it, Skelly boy! With 19 armour. Oh god, more of them are spawning. Beat him to death with a piece of coffee. Beat him to death with a piece of coffee. No, come on, don't lag when I'm fighting a skeleton game. If you lag when I'm fighting a skeleton, you're probably going to cause me to die. Which may be your intention, but I'd rather you didn't. Thank you. Dang it! Sword. Thank you. Armor. Epic Bacon. Boop. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. That's better. Snarf another Epic Bacon. So, we're going to head back. I got what I need to make a basic storage system and a basic mob farm. I'm kind of hoping to make a slightly bigger, better mob farm, but... well, a single mob farm, or a simple mob farm will get me the ender pearls I need eventually. Where are you? There you are. I believe the expression is, suck it. And we can take on a magma cube. Or not. He's doing a lot more damage than I expected, and I'm doing a lot less damage than I expected to do to him. Ah, this is more my experience with fighting magma slimes. Down you go, magma slimes. Down you go. Nice to get some magma creams early, though. Some nice early magma cream. And then immediately lava pours out of the side wall, and I immediately get destroyed again by lava. Lava's one of those things that does get me an awful lot on these mod packs, though. I must admit that. I'm a bit of a clumsy fool when it comes to messing around with lava. Oh, keep going, game. So we really do need to look at some additional storage. So what we can do is look up storage crates. For these we need some wooden casings. And then we need chests. And we can make ourselves some small storage crates. Those were not small storage crates, these are. And then we can just pour stuff out. Let's grab all the weird stuff out of here. Things that are tools or devices or objects like that. Books will do as well. And they can all go into here. And then we can pull out the tools we want. Don't need you because we've got the thing. And then we can take the stuff that is not tools and devices, stuff that is food and materials, and put it back in that chest. Gunpowder included, I believe. There we go. Hey, Kolsiak Sable. It's going pretty well, dude. It's going pretty well. We have another automatic torch. And we have a displacement wand. Ooh, double diamonds I like. Engraved thunder, chance pendant, and a storage upgrade. Well, engraved thunder, charge and launch lightning orbs. Nice. The black quartz and the diamond will keep separate. So, storage rise, I'm thinking of an RF storage scanner room just to begin with. We've got the ender pearls, we've got the iron, we've got the lapis, we just need gold. And for gold we need to crush up, or sort of sieve up sand in iron stiffened mesh. Just call you Sable. Sable I can do. Kolsiak. I don't know whether it's Russian or Polish, so I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce C-I-A-K. If it's Polish, then it should be Siak, isn't it? So it should be Kolsiak. Kolsiak. Including that weird little thing I can't do with my mouth that is included in Polish names. I'm not completely incompetent when it comes to like knowledge of things like that. I'm just really bad at pronouncing stuff. I'm just really bad at it. I'm not like, it's not like I don't know it. It's just I'm really bad at it. I'm gonna make myself another parts chest nice and quickly. I should have a chest in here. Or did I use all my chests up? Or did I put my chest in here? I think I used all my chests up. I'm going to make myself a chest really quickly, make myself a parts chest, because the not part chest, a cast chest. Because I can use this over here just for all my casts. So that's good, we've got a cast now. Bronze is quite useful, actually. Bronze isn't a bad material all in all. We'll just eat the experience. So, where are we quest-wise? We didn't turn in the obsidian. That's where we are quest-wise. We completely forgot to turn in the obsidian. So we've got a flint and steel in here. And actually, do we want to carry any of these things with us? Probably want to carry an engraved thunder with me, just in case. Just in case. And what we can do is we can actually use our buckets, and we can actually get ourselves that 10 obsidian again that we need. And to all those poor people who are making obsidian using the crucibles, yeah. Lava infused stone. And it all got destroyed because it landed on the blinking lava infused stone. God damn it, game. I was vein mining you. You should have jumped into my inventory. So yeah, we're going to get the 10 obsidian we need to complete that quest. Because the quest rewards are really good. Hey, Munch Gaming, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, Munch? And we can also use obsidian to upgrade weapons and tools and things. And also make some useful things. Dakirox, but you changed your name. Fair enough, dude. Welcome back. It's been a month. It has been a month. Welcome back, welcome back. I have been putting up YouTube videos, but not streaming so much. Just because I have been doing bits and pieces, going to the dentist, having teeth chiseled out manually because the drill wouldn't fit where the tooth had to be removed from. Because I have a teeny tiny mouth. Let's complete that, and we got 64k ME storage drive, storage components. It's actually really powerful. It wants us to get wither skulls. It also wants us to get endstone, which means we can make endstone, or we can... Ah, so it wants us to do that end portal. Okay. Ah, it's alright. These things happen. We live, we learn, we deal with the issues like that when they come up. So it wants us to make an end portal that way. The iron mesh we've got already, so we can turn the iron mesh in, hopefully for a decent reward. One thing I always get disappointed by is these games always have loot boxes and... it's not loot boxes, storage crates, and the storage crate, like if we go to storage, they've got AE, they've got refined storage, they've got storage drawers, but none of them think about the storage from RF Tools. And I love the storage from RF Tools. Which possibly makes me sad, but I don't care. I like RF Tool storage. If that makes me sad, I'm sad. It does, doesn't it? Let's get some dirt. Are you going to play my Fortnite? No, Fortnite is not my sort of game. No, I am very much not a fan of Fortnite. I am the exact opposite of a fan of Fortnite. I am the exact opposite of a Fortnite fan. In fact, it's not just Fortnite, it's just like games like that in general, like generally just like the mass shooter style games, or just competitive shooters in general. I'm not a big fan. Nothing against them specifically, but to me, I suppose, again, like thinking about how I act on a Minecraft server. When you go on a Minecraft server, you're going to have people who are what I call fair players. So if you look at the Hermitcraft series that the bigger YouTuber guys are running at the moment, they are what I would call fair players. They prank each other and they mess around, but they never do anything like ridiculous. When they give each other help, they sometimes give it for free, but normally it's done in trade. Then on public servers you get the douchebag players. These are the people who will kill new players because they can, because they've got much better armor than the new player. These are the people who are just generally jerks. Generally, like, flat out jerks. And then you've got players like me. And I am what I tend to call a too nice for my own good player. In that, if you come on a server and you've got nothing, and I'm on that server, if you come up to me and ask, can I help you? I'll give you a piece of diamond armor, or I'll give you a diamond pickaxe or something like that. Basically, pretty much anything I've got in my inventory that I'm not desperately in need of myself, I'll just kind of hand over, because it's like, you're new, you need a little bit of help, whatever. Have some free stuff, sort of thing. Which, probably like a really bad idea in many ways, but, ooh, flint stiffened mesh gets me black quartz. Diamond stiffened meshes get me gas tears. And these ones just get me different lightberry bushes and stingberry bushes and things. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. God, it's windy today. So, let's just have a quick kill of these, see if we can get another Enderman. Enderman? Nope, no Endermans. Couple of creepers. Ooh, climbing gloves. Nice. And as well as climbing gloves, we got ourselves a cyclic building scepter again. So climbing gloves are pretty cool because you can just kind of crawl around on the walls. Basically, anything you walk on is a ladder. Which, admittedly, if you're going to fall off like a div, is probably quite dangerous. Do not do droid, do not fall off like a div. Yes, he's Polish. Or at least he has a Polish nickname. Just because he has a Polish nickname doesn't necessarily make him Polish. It just means he has a Polish nickname. But I would assume that, yeah, he's Polish. It would be an assumption, but yeah. Pardon? But yeah, I would assume Sable is Polish. Reasonably safe assumption. Ooh, a diamond storage unit goes into a quantum storage unit. Nice. What are you? Item frames. Hand of Ender. Just having a look what we can do with obsidian. Anything we can do like quickly with obsidian that would be useful. We could go up to an obsidian furnace, but we've already got a diamond one, so. Ooh, we could make long fall boots with a couple of diamonds. That sounds like an awful idea. So we've got 3 diamonds in total. We need actually 1 more diamond. We can make diamond stiffened mesh, which would be very useful. So let's get 1 more diamond. Make some diamond stiffened mesh. Got to go out with your friends. Okie dokie, Munch. Thank you very much for popping into the stream. Thank you very much for hanging out. I hope you enjoy some time with your friends. Sieve, sieve, sieve with a shovel and a pick, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. There's a compressed creeper in our mob farm. I don't really want to fight a compressed creeper because they explode into creepers. What I do want to do, however, is sieve and get some grass seed, which I think I need to sieve in flint. If you sieve in iron, I don't think dirt gives you grass seed. But we're going to grab enough gold to make our storage system. And we're going to grow some more wood, because we need some more wood for our storage system. Other than that, we're at a point now where we kind of want to look at automating sieving. That's what we can do with our obsidian, actually. We can make collectors. We can make absorption hoppers. We're at the point where we kind of want to look at automating sieving. which is why a diamond stiffened mesh would be very useful. So diamond stiffened mesh is a great way to a great thing to have when you automate your sieving. If we look up uses for dirt in a sieve, grass seed from a string mesh is 4, from a flint mesh is 8, from a diamond mesh we just get bushes. So yeah, we need to sieve it in a flint mesh to get grass seed. Now, do we have any grass seed already? I don't think we do. No, we don't. We just have blue slime sapling. So we need to sieve for some grass seeds. There are a couple of different ways of getting grass in this. We could start going into Botania. And if we went into Botania, we could get hold of things. We could go into a couple of different ones. Just a question, can you make your camera a little bit further? I feel like I really want to see your full... Oh, sorry, it's because I keep leaning in. My camera's mounted on top of my screen. 1 second. If I come out and do this... And nope. You and you. And if I actually sit back rather than lean into the camera. Unfortunately, I'm a very cheap streamer because I am literally just... I stream with whatever I have available to me. And because I stream with whatever I have available to me, just the camera mounted on top of the screen at the moment. Grass seeds, grass seeds. No grass seeds. That sucks. How dare you? How dare you do this to me? Scum. No worries, dude. I don't tend to think very much about my camera because it's very much a secondary thing for me. Like, I put the camera on there because people kept asking me to have a webcam. And I had a webcam attached to my screen, so it was like, fine, people want to see my face. I don't know why people want to see my face, because I'm a fugly mofo, but... Now, let's get some more grass seeds. Come on, grass seeds! Come on, grass seeds. Let's get some grass seeds. There we go. We got grass seeds almost immediately, which I knew would happen because I made way too much dirt. So, there we go. We've got some grass growing. Would help to probably have a watering can. We can have flax seeds. We can plant some... No, don't climb the wall. Go in here. Flax seeds we can have. We can throw down some more rice seeds. Coffee seeds is fine. Potato seeds. We've got a lot of potato growing. Canola seeds. Carrot seeds. We don't have any of those growing. There we go. Excellent. No, come on. Through the hole. Through the hole. So now what we can do is we can throw... Well, first off, we can turn in the quest, because of course this thing doesn't auto-detect quests. Let's turn in the quest. What did we get? Fire ducts! Worthless! And then we can pop you out and replace you with a diamond one. Which, like, the diamond ones are actually pretty powerful, like, pretty useful as a... thing, because we'll get plenty of whatever we're sifting. Now, there's certain stuff that we won't get because it's just weird that way. But if we look at the sand, if we go up to a diamond stiffened mesh, we've got a 15% chance of gold. Hey, Kolsiak Sabel, welcome to the stream and welcome to the SSD. Please try to remember as much as you can while you are part of our memory division. Welcome, 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 welcome. So what I need to do is I need to cut up one of the ender pearls, and I need to have a whole bunch of redstone. And if I do that, I can automate sieving. So I need to cut up an ender pearl, and make a whole bunch of redstone. Gold. Egg salad. Egg salad, egg salad, egg salad. That's not what I wanted to do. Gold chunk in there. That will allow me to get my storage system on the go. And redstone wise, we have nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smash this up into dust so we can get some redstone. Because we're going to need redstone if we want to automate our sieve. Well, we could automate our sieve using the auto sieve. If we look up sieve, we could automate it using the auto sieve. This thing is actually really, really inefficient as far as sieving goes because it only sieves one at a time. Hey, gifted parallel. It's very server inefficient. It causes a lot of graphical frame updates because of the way the tile entity works inside it, and it also uses a ton of iron. Absolute butt ton of iron. So I'm not really interested in using that as a method of sieving. What you can do is you can actually use a mechanical user. It's not a language, Mr. Let's call you Cod. Mr. Cod. It is not a language. What you are trying to do is get me to say something rude on Twitch. What you don't understand is that I'm an actually intelligent person who reads things before I say them out loud. Your troll has failed. Go away. I don't understand people who try to get streamers with stuff like that. It's like the Alt F4 thing. It's like, no, it's not Greek. Dude, I'm not an idiot. I know exactly what it is. Suck it up and go away. You failed. It's Greek, dude. Being so rude. You want me to translate it? Fine, I'll translate it. Google Translate. Would you believe Google Translate does not recognize it as a language? Would you believe that is because it is not a language? No, it's like the I am your dad. No, you're not, dude, because my dad's actually got a brain in his head and wouldn't try terrible puns like that. Like, hey, Nightbot! Nice one, dude. Kapow! Nightbot with the warning. It's okay, I'm going to ban him in a second anyway if he doesn't calm down. Like, if he calms down and chills out, he's more than welcome to, like, just chill in chat, but if he acts like an idiot, then I'll just slip over and ban him. Say my name for free candy. My name. Hand me free candy. To complete the whole terrible puns thing. But yeah, like, the whole this is my name, say it thing, yeah. First off, if you're going to try and trick people, try and be a little bit less obvious. So I'm actually going to give you advice on how to prank people. If you're going to try and prank people with shit like that, try and be a little bit less obvious about it. Because seriously, what you just did, like the whole coming in, it's like, say my name, try and pronounce my name. It's literally like a red flag. It's like, it's like if someone walks up to you in the middle of a tourist area and says with a very strong local accent, "Oh, I'm a tourist here. Can you give me directions?" and holds a map out to you. Dude, they're scamming you. Walking in and going, oh, pronounce my name, say my name. It's like, yeah, that you immediately, anyone with half a brain immediately goes, why? Not, oh, sure, I'll pronounce your weirdly spelt name. It's so just, I don't understand why people try that stuff. I'm sure some people must fall for it, otherwise they would stop trying it, but I don't understand who would. Because there's like about, I would say there's probably about 12 variations I've seen. I've seen the one that involves the bird. I've seen the one that involves smell. I've seen this one, although this one's a reasonably rarely used one. I've seen the one that involves Jews. No, it's not Greek. You're an idiot if you think anyone is going to fall for that. This is Sparta! See, I can believe that's Greek because, like, that's obviously and clearly a different language. What rudeness have you posted in my chat? I have a sensation a ban is coming. I'm not sure that translates into what you think it translates into, but according to Google Translate, that says kill the ankle. So, I'm sorry, dude, but I think it's time you got banned. Thank you very much for popping in and giving us a little bit of amusement. But, yeah, I'm going to ban you. And I'm going to report you. I'm going to report you for... reveal personal information, inappropriate or offensive username. Name when read out loud says... There we go. Kill ankles. Yeah. I'm slightly confused as to why he said that, but yeah, he's banned from the channel now. I think the Greek for ankle is very, very close to the Greek for a particular racial slur. So I think perhaps he was trying to do like a racial slur in Greek and failed miserably. But 7 in the morning, far too early for all that stuff. I know, Dragon Scar. Thankfully for me, it's 1:30 in the afternoon, so it's not too early for me to deal with that sort of stuff. Like, people like that, they really do deserve to get banned from Twitch, but some of them are there to troll you. Others are just there because they're desperate for attention. And I like to give them the opportunity to kind of prove themselves to be one of the ones desperate for attention, and then if they turn out to be nice, they can have a bit of attention. I don't have any problem giving them attention, but if they're just there to troll, then I've got no problems kicking them off stream. Okie dokie, Cole. Thanks very much for popping into the stream. Yeah, it's been a while, doggy. How you doing, dude? I hope you are well. So what we need to do is we need to make a glass cutting knife. We need to make one of these guys. And then we need to use this guy and an ender pearl. Make these. And then we use these and the redstone we got Do I want to use all the redstone? No, I probably just want to use 2 of the redstone to make these, and then we can make a mechanical user. The mechanical user... Automatic... Actually, what about the cyclic one? Oh, the cyclic one requires magma blocks as well. It doesn't require redstone, though. Bet it requires power. Cyclic often uses power. So let's make a dropper and a lever. We're missing cobblestone. I find that hard to believe, game, that we are missing cobblestone, but you know best. Mechanical user. There we go. And then we can do... that. Xander Depries. I'm here for the Skyblock memes, but I also love your streams. Hey, thank you very much, Xander. I'm alright. My jaw's a little bit sore from having manual pick excavation of a filling earlier. Well, yesterday now, but a little bit sore, but not terrible. Manageable, shall we say. Let's just throw some crushed netherrack in there for now. And we want to... There we go. And that will manually sieve. And then we want to make ourselves a hopper. Now, we could make an absorption hopper. So we could make a hopper hock. We could make a ender hopper, which is 2 obsidian, a unstable ender pearl, and a hopper. We could make ourselves an absorption hopper or a vacuum hopper. We could make ourselves a vacuum chest, which is this guy, which is iron and a pulsating crystal. Or we could make ourselves a ranged collector, which requires 2 ender pearls. So in reality, probably the cheapest one we've got is probably the open blocks vacuum hopper. Now it does require us to make a... It does require us to make a hopper, which requires us to cook up some more iron. But once we have the absorption hopper up, we can automate sieving. Let's pull gold down to the bottom. Hey, Karumi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is my first stream, Doggy Man. My first stream, and I have been streaming for 2.5 hours. So I'm 2.5 hours in. I've got Ender Portal, Spawner, Farm, Spawning Platform. Just ticking along doing stuff. It's not super difficult to progress in this mod pack, because it's more kitchen sinky. What's your problem, Karumi? What's up, dude? So let's pour out a block of iron. So if we turn one of these into nuggets and we get some more iron, we can actually start setting up a storage system. I've put 10 hours in VR chat over the last 3 weeks. Wow. That is a problem, Karumi. First off, VR chat is terrible. But also, wow, 10 hours, dude. 100! You've put 100 hours into VR chat. How do you get 100 hours worth of content out of VR chat? Unless you are in an RP group. And if you're in an RP group, Kurumi, I mean, there's no helping you. If you're in a VR chat RP group, then I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to ban you from the channel. For the safety of my viewers, I'm just going to have to ban you from the channel. So I want a scanner, a storage scanner. One of these guys. So I want one of you. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need a gold and an ender pearl. And then I'll be able to make my storage scanner. I'm going to take these blinking gloves off. They're more trouble than they're worth when you're in a tight environment like this. You got adopted in VR chat. That's just weird. It's just weird. You got adopted. I mean, it's one of these things where people are shocked by how popular VR chat is, but I'm old enough to remember the old MUDs. The old MUD IRCs. And it's the same thing. It's the same principle as the old MUD IRCs. The same idea kind of drives VR chat as the old MUDs. That's okay, Cole. Nothing major. We just dropped down a mechanical user, which is going to be a form of auto-sieving for us. And just kind of been looking at setting up the bits and pieces I want to set up, but I do need more materials in general before I can set up the stuff I want to set up. One thing I'm going to need a lot more of is wood, actually. I'm going to need a lot more wood. And that is not a euphemism. Genuinely, I need more wood. Super chat isn't available in your country? No worries, Xander. There is never an obligation for people to super chat on my streams. Super chats are always gratefully received, as are any other kind of support you want to give, but it's never a mandatory thing. That's weird. Hey, James. So the way I set up my mouse, or the way I do mouse keys for cactus farming. 1 second. Add display capture. Display capture. Okay. So I'm just gonna pop this like this for a moment, and I'm going to use the calculator to show you. So if this is your numpad, you've got these little symbols here. So you've got your numbers and you've got enter plus on the right hand side. So when you're using mouse keys, the Windows mouse keys, this is a single click and this is a double click. So over at the top here, you've actually got the minus key up here, and this is how you set it to right click. So to do the cactus that I do on Modern Skyblock is I hit minus, which sets it to right click mode. I hold down the shift key and I press 5 and plus at the same time. So I use my fingers like that on the 5 key and the plus key. 1 second, like that. And I just go tap 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 while holding shift. And that means that basically every time you do that with your fingers, you're hitting the mouse key 3 times. And if you do that really quickly, you can get up to like... I've recorded it on a particular game at like 40 or 50 of those per second. So like 2 every 20th of a second or something like that. And that allows you to like just spam. I know, it's filthy. It's a filthy, filthy keyboard. It's covered in dust and grime and is absolutely horrible to look at, but it's fine. It's a very, very old Logitech keyboard. It's an old Logitech. I think it's a Logitech G500 or G50 or something like that. It's an Ultra X. It's a Logitech Ultra X, and I think it's like 15 years old or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's an ancient keyboard. Trees group. Now, I'm reasonably far along here and there. Dust and grime. Interesting. Hey, David Sully. Welcome. That's no worries, James. Oh. Things are on fire. Put out the fires. Bad crucible. A couple of stone and I can repair this guy. Hey, Nicola. You missed fire. That's okay, I put the trees out. In the most literal sense possible, put the trees out. Crucible bad. So what I can do now is I can throw this in here. And we should have enough wood and iron to make a absorption hopper. So, hopper. One of these guys, we need a normal hopper. And then we need a Eye of Ender, which we can make. Which uses up our last Ender Eye. And then we can put that up there. And we can have you outputting here. And then we can just grab a crate and stick a crate on there. And there we go. That will auto-sieve for us. Now, it's not going to auto-sieve particularly fast because we have no power. We have no grid power. But that's fine. We can actually work on grid power in a little bit. But one of the things it'll do is it will get me a whole bunch of... not redstone. What am I thinking about? Actually, we probably do want to take some of this and make it into something that will get me redstone. It'll get me a whole bunch of grains of ender and diamond. Crucible bad. Spank the crucible. No, wait, what? Shush, droid. Stop saying things that are creepy, droid. Try and at least act semi-normal. Did you ever finish watching Violet Evergarden? I've watched most of it. I haven't completely finished watching Violet Evergarden because I don't have access to Netflix while I'm here. I only have access to Netflix while I'm at my partner's. So I haven't completely finished watching Violet Evergarden, but I've watched most of it. I'd say I've watched probably about 2/3 of it in total. I do need to kind of get my partner's... I do need to borrow my partner's Netflix account details. Just, you know. I haven't changed. Of course I haven't changed at all. I am still the chill fellow that I always will be. What do you think of it from what I've watched? It's a really good anime. It's really... I would say... whoever wrote it scripted it slightly oddly in the kind of the way a lot of the characters interact. A lot of the character interaction happens. However, on the other side of it, it's believable interactions. It's just slightly weird for anime. Like, anime interactions are usually a little bit more exaggerated. And I love the sort of central conceit of the fact that we're always listening to stories from other people about her. We're always listening to stories from other people about her. Rather than listening to her tell stories about what happened, we're always listening to other people tell stories about what happened to her. Zana's pretty good. Zana's pretty good. Thank you very much for asking. So, I need ender pearls to do my storage system. Other than that, what are we looking at now? We need floral fertilizer. We need to get into power generation. Now the question is, what kind of power generation are we going to get into? I think I want to go into actually additions, and I want to go into the leaf generator. I want to go into this guy from actually additions, which means we need to get... Oh wow, we need the empowerer for the leaf generator. Ooh. So the leaf generator is a little bit away. So what are we going to do for power in the early game? Well, first off, we do have to look at mills, because we do have to look at grid power. So water mill is, of course, by far the most efficient grid power. So to get water mills, we're going to need more redstone, which we are working on. And actually, we can speed that up manually by doing this. So this will actually sieve manually. Gravel, gravel, dust. But for you, it didn't go off. Weird. But one of the things I'm really... I want to get grid power, because grid power will make our automatic sieving just that much faster. Like auto sieving will get a lot faster once we have grid power in place. Energy storage is always also going to be a big thing. Just getting energy storage in place. Twitch is working fine. Excellent. I'm glad Twitch is working fine. We don't need the empty map there. Can I make sheep bait? Cow bait, pig bait, chicken bait, sheep bait. Sheep bait is seeds and wheat. Where do we get normal seeds from? That's actually a decent question. We have to sieve... Oh, we have to sieve dirt through a string mesh to get normal seeds. Oh, that's the only place you can get normal seeds from. Interesting, I didn't know that. That's why I've always struggled to get normal seeds. I love wheat. Wheat is the basis of most Western diets, which to a certain extent is kind of scary. A lot of research shows that we should really be varying our source of carbohydrate, and that wheat is actually one of the worst sources of carbohydrate for human beings to consume. Like, as far as carbohydrates go, wheat is very bad for us. You're secretly a sheep, aren't you? I wouldn't say it's a secret. I wouldn't say it's a secret that I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep. I said a beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Meow, meow, I'm a cow. I said a meow, meow, I'm a cow. Oh no, my identity was revealed! But yeah, like rice and maize and quinoa and things like this are all actually, in the long run, like better sources of carbohydrate for human beings to consume, as far as like a health perspective goes. So the fact that most Western world... ASDF movies? Ooh, Benderman! Benderman! Come here, Benderman. Benderpearl! Benderpearl! Whoop whoop. Compass, not bad. Have I finally watched ASDF movies? Possibly? Enderman! You're allergic to wheat. A lot of people are, but again, it's kind of like with peanut allergies. An awful lot of people are allergic to wheat, and an awful lot of people are allergic to peanuts, because we're actually introduced to them very, very young, and we're introduced to them in much too high quantity. So the reason a lot of my generation ended up with peanut allergies is when I was a baby, peanut protein was used to bulk out pretty much everything. Every kind of kid's food was bulked out with peanut protein because peanut protein was cheap. Now, the problem with that is that actually, like, if you bulk something out with the same stuff over and over again, if you, like, bulk out food with the same product over and over again, the human body kind of rebels against it to a certain extent. And you actually end up with human beings that can't eat it. Is this going to be a series? It's probably going to be a series of streams. It's probably not going to be a series of like edited videos. But I enjoy this particular Skyblock, so. Your sister's allergic to... Well, she's not allergic to chocolate. She's allergic to something in chocolate. She might be allergic to cocoa, or she might be allergic to lactic sugar. Or she could be allergic to acidic fats. She's allergic to something in chocolate. She's not allergic to chocolate in general. It's like people who are allergic to wheat aren't allergic to wheat. They're either allergic to gluten, or they're allergic to the particular carbomer, which is in wheat. So they're allergic to something that is in wheat. You're to bees and mosquitoes. Oh, so you... is that allergy or anaphylaxia, Cole? So the difference is allergies won't kill you. Anaphylaxia is a subtype of allergy that will kill you. So if you've got anaphylaxia, being stung by a bee or bitten by a mosquito would kill you. Or would have a high risk of killing you. You need to carry EpiPens if you have anaphylaxia. I have an allergy to latex, and it's quite common for people who have an allergy to latex to have an anaphylaxia to latex. An anaphylactic reaction to latex. I don't, but oftentimes when I tell medical professionals that I have an allergy to latex, they're like, is it anaphylactic allergy? And I'm like, no, it's not, you're fine. You won't kill me if you accidentally touch me with a bit of latex. Okie dokie, Krumi, I hope you have a really, really good day. Ah, they give you antihistaminics in the hospital. Fair enough. So it's a bad allergy, but it's not... Your throat doesn't close up and it's not like if you touch it, then your ability to breathe gets robbed from you within a couple of minutes. So it's not anaphylaxia, it's just a really, really bad allergy. That's not pleasant. Hey, Tar, welcome back to the stream. This is quality stream content here. This is just me talking nonsense and watering plants with a watering can. So that should be enough wheat and seeds to make sheep bait. Now, sheep bait. There's no water in this area. That's fine. We'll fix that. Oh, that's just wheat. That's not sheep bait. Sheep bait. Bait. Sheep bait. Bait. 4 times with allergies. Eee. I've been in the hospital several times because of asthma. Like emergency cases, I've been taken in an ambulance before because of my asthma as well. Wait, what? Where'd my water go? IQ 300 plays from Droid using wheat instead of sheep bait. Yep, Droid is masterfully skilled. Little bit of block lag there. Now what should happen when I put you down is you should say fine. There's too many baits in the area. Way too suspicious. Okay. We will cut down the number of baits in the area. Still too many baits in the area. Fine. There we go. So we've got 4 sheep bait down. We've got another 4 sheep bait to go. That's good. And we've got some redstone coming in here. These are the result of sieving. So what I'm going to do now is going to see if I can sort of like siphon off the results of sieving to put into that chest, because this is just my sieving chest for now. So I need 1 more ender pearl to get my storage system going. And I have no problems with just waiting around and getting an ender pearl. Because getting an ender pearl and getting my sorting system going, or my storage system going, is going to be really very useful indeed. And the bowls can go in there. This is from the Twitch launcher, Tar. So if you go to, I think it's twitch.tv/launcher or twitch.launcher, it should give you the option to download the Twitch launcher, which is a kind of combination of a viewing platform for Twitch and a mod platform. It has a section on it called mods, and if you have Minecraft installed, you can just browse hundreds of different mod packs. Search Twitch launcher. That works. Are they silverfish sheep? Yes. They are most certainly silverfish sheep. Ooh, a fire protection charm. I'll pop you in. I'll happily have fire protection. And some more random stuff. We've got some amazing glasses, which just make me look awesome. Bow down, bow down, bow down, bow down, bow down. Fire charm is Bay. Definitely fire charm is Bay. We got a unbreakable soulbound shovel, which is pretty good. Lily pads, but not lily pads of fertility, unfortunately. Thank you, Poppy and Xander. Much appreciated, dude. Hope you enjoyed the random insanity while it happened. Ooh, 16 prosperity shards. I might have 16 prosperity shards. I'm 1 prosperity shard off. Oh, come on. Tell me you have given me a prosperity shard. Dang it. 1 second. I'm going back to the nether to get the 1 prosperity shard I need. There's going to be some prosperity ore around here somewhere. There's prosperity ore. There we go. And bloop. Some kid just called me a wicked witch because I didn't want to sell him a vape box. Oh, Kolziak. Oh, Sable. This is the way. This is the way of children. Children think you're evil if you don't want to do what they want. If you don't want to do what they want you to do, like you are obviously evil. What they don't realise is they're stupid. And bloop. He was like 10. Wow. Kids grow up so fast. If only we were allowed to drown them. Then they wouldn't grow up. Ever again. Not that I'm a sociopath or anything. So I got apples and plums but no redstone from a tree that normally drops redstone. Why did he want to vape? Because he's one of those children that is very easily swayed by his peers. And unfortunately vaping is for some reason popular. Like, it's a medical treatment. It's a medical treatment that for some reason has become stupidly popular. Hey, Sammy, welcome to the stream. You just got pizza. Oh, you lucky sod. I'm okay, Sammy. How are you? Ha! Just woke up. Awesome. How is it a medical treatment? Vaping originally started as a way of nicotine management. And it is used for... Basically, what vaping is, vaporization, is vaping is an adaptation of a technology called a respiratory vaporizer. Which is a kind of mask. They started to come in. That's a really good way to describe children. Ender lily seeds! Nice. Can we melt ender lily seeds in this mod pack? It's a medical treatment for an assortment of things, including asthma. I've had it used on me for asthma. But basically, like... The technology used for vaping, the technology used to make vape, or to vape things, is the same technology used to kind of treat a lot of asthmatic conditions and things like that, a lot of lung conditions, COPD, things like that. It just, they use a different chemical in it. They don't use nicotine, or they don't use a flavoured thing. You really liked the guys' game last week? Nice! Yeah, last weekend we were playing some Raft. It's a really good game. I think you'd probably quite enjoy that game, actually, Sammy. Like, enjoy playing it. Like, it's a really quite a fun game. So, first things first, I'm going to set this up probably just over here for now. With my 2 ender lily seeds on it. So those 2 can grow. We can't force them to grow fast. I don't think shifting... No, they don't respond to shift dancing, unfortunately. They call you ma'am. I'm not sure if I would be happy to be called sir or unhappy to be called sir. Is it night or morning for you? For me, it's night. For me, it is 2 PM. It is the afternoon for me. Correct. It is the afternoon for me. How goes this? A little bit more redstone. A few more diamonds. So what we can do once we get another diamond is we can actually set up a second one so it sieves 2 at once, which will double the speed of our sieving, which will make things a lot faster. Very happy. I'm 21 and everyone thinks I'm like 15. That's pretty cool. I'm 30 and everyone thinks I'm like 95. I have horrible, like, wrinkly-ass old hands. Like old man hands. Everyone thinks you're 50. Well, let's put it like this. If you look 15 at the age of 21, at least you will not look super old later on in life. So I'm going to see if I can get just a little bit more Yellorium. Will do, Sammy. Thank you very much for popping into the stream. Pretty sure the easiest way to get Yellorium is from a diamond mesh. Yeah, 12% drop chance from a diamond mesh. How old am I? Too old. You too, Sammy. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much for popping into the stream. So I want to get 9 pieces of Yellorium, because at the moment my lava melting is being done at a rate of, like, I think it's 5? 3. And with enough Yellorium I can do it at a rate of 20. So it'd be like having 7 sieves, 7 crucibles doing it with lava under them. And we just need a little bit more Yellorium. It actually tells you in the pack what you can use under a crucible. So superheating plutonium is better than Yellorium. Superheating block and an awakened draconium block. Superheating element. How do we make a superheating element? Redstone, copper, and a steel casing. That's the problem. We don't have steel. How is our Yellorium going? We're up to 5 Yellorium. Okie dokie tar, thank you very much for popping into the stream. Hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I hope you have good luck with your Stoneblock. I wish you the best of lucks with your Stoneblock. I saw the Yellorium then, we're up to 6. Come on. Come on, 7. Come on, 7. Come on, 7. 7. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. There was 8 and number 9. Come on. I believe in you, Sand. I believe you can give me my 9th piece of Yellorium. It's actually one of the things you can get out of loot drops. Is you can actually get out of the loot bags is Yellorium ore. And Yellorium ore isn't the most useful thing in the world, but also it's Yellorium, so you can use it to make Yellorium blocks. Now, you couldn't think at first when you get Yellorium ore that you can't, because it doesn't actually smelt into Yellorium, it smelts into uranium. But you can just craft uranium into Yellorium, so it's not too much of a problem. Now, do we have lapis lamps in this? Do we have lapis lamps? We do have lapis lamps, if we can find them in here. There they are, lapis lamps. So we need a redstone lamp, which is 4 glowstone, 4 redstone, and 4 lapis. What lapis lamps do, it'll actually tell us in here, is lamp acts like a normal redstone lamp in that it emits a light level of 15. However, the light from the lamp does not prevent anything from spawning. So I like to put that in mob spawners so you can see what's going on, but it doesn't stop it. Doesn't stop mobs from spawning. I think it's a nice little doodad. Ooh, a steel chest plate. Nice. Can't melt it down because it's damaged, so might as well use it. Might as well use it for what it was intended for. And there we go. Still waiting on that last ender pearl for my storage system, though. Still that one ender pearl down. Thankfully, these guys will slowly grow over time. Wow, someone just randomly robbed in daylight. Unfortunately, like, sometimes people just get really, really overconfident. Like, they just get like, oh, well, no one's going to stop me, so why shouldn't I? Which is really very frustrating as a kind of attitude to have. It's like, first off, someone should be stopping them. But secondly, yeah, it's very dangerous to try and stop them, so they're right to a certain extent. Like, people won't try and stop them. Ooh. Apply withering to target. Unbreaking 3. That's actually really nice. Three diamonds. We should have another diamond in... No, we don't. I thought we had another diamond in here, but we don't. That's sad. I did, however, think of Yellorium. Yes. If I pop you here, and now it melts down at a rate of 20 a tick instead of 3 a here? What do you mean 3 a here, Boom Biffy? There are several people watching and people have been popping in and out and things like that. It's a yellow block. It is a yellow block. It is called Yellorium. And it is a block that makes... it's a block of radioactive material, I suppose, but... Where can I get the Twitch launcher? Just search Twitch launcher on Google, David. If you just search Twitch launcher on Google, like the first link on Google, which is the official link from Twitch, is where you can download the Twitch launcher. When in doubt, Google it. Now, the reason I'm gathering this endstone is there is actually a quest in here for gathering 9 endstone. So we're on our way there reasonably fast. While I'm waiting for Enderman and Redstone. Because that's the kind of hold up I've got at the moment. I need Enderman and I need Redstone. Or Ender Pearls and Redstone. Now, thanks to the Ender Seeds, which unfortunately you can't melt. In a lot of mod packs, you can actually melt Ender Seeds for like several hundred millibuckets of Ender Pearl juice, which is usually enough to make a couple of Ender Pearls. It's interesting that I'm getting far less spawns now than I was previously, considering the local difficulty has gone up by several points. But that is the uniqueness of Minecraft. 7, 2 more of that. Quest-wise, we're not doing too badly. Floral fertilizer is something I do want to get into, though. And we can get into that reasonably easily. We just need some bone meal, and we can go and make some flowers. That is what we need to do. Ah! This is a Mengellan forest, so we might not actually get the flowers we need. Yeah, we might not get the flowers because we need red and yellow flowers. And I have a feeling, because this is a Mengellan forest, which has very nice coloured grass, mind you, but because it's a Mengellan forest, I have a feeling we're not going to get the right colour flowers. Hey, Mini Kitten, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, Mini? I hope you are doing well. Yep, there's still a sheep bait because basically there's too many sheep. Animals are shy, there's too many of them in this area. So this is a problem because this area is... I think my whole area is Mengellan forest. Ooh, a red orchid. Nice. Floral fertilizer. Yeah, I need red rose and dandelion. Thank you very much, Mini Kitten. Welcome to the stream. And welcome to the channel. Is my whole area Mengellan forest? Because if my whole area is Mengellan forest, this may be a mild issue. It's a Mengellan slime chunk, which is okay. Yeah, like everywhere I've dug out so far is Mengellan forest. Ooh. That, I can get rose red from beetroot. So it's just dandelion yellow. Sunflowers I can get from sunflower seeds. And sunflower seeds I can get from sunflowers. Okay. So it's just the yellow that we're having issues with at the moment. I could go for dye essence. Or dandelion chickens. Yellow chickens are a yellow chicken egg, which is you need yellow dye. Mengellan. Mengellan as in the integrated dynamics mod. Not Mengellan as in... So I can get red, I just can't get yellow. Ooh. What's your favourite block? My favourite block? That's actually a good question. I would say probably out of all the blocks in Minecraft, I think probably my favourite looking block... Probably like red sandstone brick. Probably like this stuff, like the red sandstone brick textures. I think they just look nice and deep, and they're quite simple, but I quite like them as textures. I can't bone meal those. You like granite? Okay, I can see that. I can see that. So that is the end stone. Ultimate speed upgrades. Yay! No grid power to use them with, but lots of ultimate speed upgrades. Those are really expensive to make, actually. Really very expensive to make. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to get the yellow I need. Unless I just get lucky and there happens to be a non-Mengellan biome over in this direction. Because we're now kind of on a hunt for a non-Mengellan. So if you want to see which biome it is, it's in the top left-hand corner. You can't because of the chat. 1 second, if I unlock the chat and move it over here, if you look in the top left corner now, you should be able to see that it says biome Meneglin. And this is the kind of issue we have, is we don't want Meneglin because we can't get yellow flowers in the Meneglin biome. This is Stoneblock Mini Kitten. Stoneblock is a variant on the Skyblock idea where there's not really any resources. You just have to basically make everything out of a very basic set of resources. But instead of being up in the sky, you're deep underground and there's no ores to mine. So, well, there is ores to mine, there's coal, and I think there's a little bit of iron right at the bottom of the world. But there's also no bedrock either. So it's based around an interesting little concept. Bone meal on grass didn't work because we're in a Meneglin biome, Dragonscar, and Meneglin biomes unfortunately only grow blue flowers. Blue and white flowers, and we need red flowers. To make our first bit of floral fertilizer. We need red and yellow flowers. Now we don't necessarily need red flowers, because we can cheese that with beetroot. So we can make red dye out of beetroot. The issue is, so far this is all Meneglin. So I need to get out of the Meneglin biome. I'm pretty sure any other biome grows red flowers. Pretty sure any other biome that's available in this mod pack will grow us red flowers. But not the Meneglin biome. It's still Meneglin. We're still in a Meneglin biome. I'm pretty sure, like, it's not set to super biomes, so... And the last time I played this, I wasn't in a Meneglin biome because I had dark green grass, so I was probably in a roofed forest biome or a deep forest biome or something like that, because I had very dark green grass, not light blue grass. This is mildly concerning. Just how large this Meneglin biome is. If we just have a look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 chunks this way, at the very least 13 chunks this way. And it's still Meneglin. I must admit, I do like this auto torch placer that I got in a loot bag. Still Meneglin. It's a Meneglin slime biome, but it's still a Meneglin biome. Extreme Hills. Oh, thank God for that. We found another biome. And I'm pretty sure Extreme Hills biomes do drop red grass. So what I need is some dirt and I need some grass seed. And neither of those are going to be particularly difficult to get hold of. Bloomin' heck, that is a big Meneglin biome. What is the betting, by the way? What is the betting that literally, like, the Meneglin biome ends, like, here? What's the betting? All of this is Meneglin biome and then the Meneglin biome just, like, ends here. I'm probably going to have to test that out when I go back. Just to see. Because I have a feeling that it's probably, like, going to end just the other side of there. This is a long way away. Charge for freedom! Hi, sheep. Bye, sheep. So, let's get a grass seed and some dirt. Grass seeds are not in here. Grass seeds are in here. We will also fill up our watering can. Took a while, didn't it? So, just to check. No, it's all Mengelen biome. Tiger biome. So, yeah, not quite as far, but roughly as far. What about off in this direction? If I'd gone behind my spawner. Yeah, all Mengelen biome. And then river biome out here. So yeah, wow, I am literally in the middle of like a giant square of Mengelen biome. That's crazy. I'm now determined to check in all 4 cardinal directions just to see. Surrounded by slime biomes as well. Oh no, wait. Like... This is a river biome. So yeah, actually that's still quite far away. I thought for a second that was much closer, but no, that's still quite far away. Slash game mode. No, slash game mode 2. Slash game mode S. That'll do. Bye, kitten. Thank you very much for popping into the stream. She did not like me flying around in spectator mode, having a look at where the different biomes were. So, this should be much darker coloured grass. And should drop us red, yellow flowers, because we need yellow flowers. Yeah, this is definitely a different coloured grass. So we need yellow flowers. Yellow dye. Yellow flowers. Yellow flowers! Yes! See what we got. We got 18 yellow flowers. That will do. 18 yellow flowers will diddly diddly do. Now this is when slash home would probably be useful. Hey, sheep. Bye, sheep. I was hoping that I'd get energized sheep from those, but I didn't. So, what can we do with these guys? We can shred them in a shredder from hatchery, which gives us twice as much. And the shredder from hatchery is made with a diamond sword and a block of redstone. Welcome back. We can turn them into, we can pulverize them, crush them. Squeezer. A squeezer is a block of iron, an iron, and some sticks. I could possibly make a squeezer. I am drinking Coke. Yeah, I could make a squeezer. As well as a squeezer, I need a button. What we're going to do is we're going to pop the squeezer down here and pop the button on it. And then we're going to go yellow flower. And jump, 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 jump. Button. Jump, 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 jump. Button, flower, jump, jump. Button, flower, jump, 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 jump. Button, flower, jump, 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 jump. I actually quite like the squeezer as like an early game thing. I think it shouldn't necessarily cost 10 iron. I think 10 iron is a little bit much for the squeezer. But I think like as an early game way of getting hold of more stuff. Because you can use the squeezer to not just crush flowers, but also to do things like crush netherrack into lava and things like that. As an early game way of getting like certain things like lava and stuff like that, I like the idea of the squeezer just because the sort of like manual component of it. I just think perhaps 10 iron is a little bit expensive for what it offers. Like if it was made out of stone, so it's like a block of stone, a stone slab, sticks and wood, like squeezers would be a very early grab for me. Even though they're completely manual. It's one of these weird things, like a lot of people dash to automation for stuff. I like having manual mob killers where you go around killing the mobs yourself, and I like having manual crushers and things like that. It's just they're very relaxing to me. Like I find it very calming and just kind of chill to just work on a simple task. As much as like it's only taken me a couple of hours and we've gotten reasonably far, we've got a decent smeltery set up. I haven't gotten any like massive automation set up yet, but I've been working on lots of things simultaneously. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for about 3 hours. But I haven't been rushing towards automation. I've just been kind of chilling out and enjoying the ride, so to speak. And let's grab some bones. Put the seeds away in here for now. You can go away in there. You can go away in there. Then we have our floral fertilizer. Hey, sheepy. I'm actually going to end the stream in a little bit. I might come back stream a bit more of this later on in the evening. But for now, at least, I'm just chilling and relaxing. How long are you going to stream? Asking because I really want to watch you when I get back home. I'm just chilling in here. No worries, Cole. I probably won't stream for much longer because I need to go and have lunch and do a few things IRL because I'm a carer for someone. But you're not the only one watching, Minnie. But once I finish up, I will probably be back later on in the evening. So we got a nice array of flowers there. I can't remember what... Oh my god, I wanted to actually turn in the floral fertilizer quest. Oh, with that derp, I think I'm done. I'm not concentrating because I'm hungry. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I've been the GamingDroid. This has been not Modern Scarlet. This has been Stoneblock, and I will see you all in the next stream. Bye, everybody. If you type !Discord, you can come to our Discord and chat. Bye.